Hey. Morning. I finished early, so thought I'd pop back and make you breakfast. Pepper on top, right? Oh, 还有你的香肠. You look great. Probably be a bit busy for the next few weeks. But I'll make it up to you soon, I promise.
What's going on, everyone? It's Nina Infinity. Welcome to the Sunday episodic review of What If? And I am joined tonight by my beautiful guests. Jayne Theory, how are you?
Hey guys, I'm so happy to be here. Doing great. How are y'all?
I'm good. I'm happy that you're here. Tell everyone where they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me here on YouTube where I post movie and television reviews and occasionally some pop culture commentary. You can also find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at Jayne Theory.
That's excellent. Thank you. Jayne's link is in the description down below. Oh, I have to add Az's because he's a last minute addition. But Az, thank you so much for joining us. I was not expecting you because I know you went all night with Mahler. Ladies, he can go all night. He can go all night.
Yeah, it was a long one. It was a long one. 14 hours, 40 minutes odd. I did on the Mauler 24-hour 150 3-year anniversary for EFAP, and it was. I gotta say, it was so much fun though.
It was amazing to
really
listen
was.
to.
Yeah, it was really cool. I kept tuning in and out because I was like, oh, these guys are gonna go all night anyway, so I might as well come back. And each time,
I gotta be honest. I didn't think I was gonna make it this week because of timing and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But when I finished with, I didn't expect to go so long with the EFAP. I was just about to drop out after 8 and a bit hours, and then Shadiversary came in, and I said I'm dropping out, and Shad was like, "Oh, no, I'll just come in." So you can't say no to Shad. He's a lovely guy. So I ended up staying for another 10 hours.
Oh my God. And then he couldn't say no to me. So that's why he's here now.
6 hours, I should say. Yeah. So I finished around 1 p.m.-ish my time. So I just immediately went to bed. And then I thought, well, I might be able to squeeze enough sleep in here to get up and do the stream. So I spoke to you. I think I spoke to you during one of my piss breaks, woken up.
Lovely.
And I said, look, if I'm awake in 3 hours or whenever it was, I'll do it. And then I fell asleep, and then I woke up with 15 minutes before the stream.
Woo!
Hence why I sound like a bag of spanners.
Yeah.
But I brought water to try and alleviate that. So I said, yeah, go on, chuck us the link.
Oh my God. Well, thank you so much for joining us. It's always lovely to chat with you, especially because you're, you have a great sense of humor and have a lot of knowledge when it comes to, entertainment, like everything to do with the MCU, comics.
I have an opinion. I don't know about knowledge. I got an opinion.
You've read comics. You've read probably way more than I ever will. So that, I'm just going to put that there. Script Doctor, how are you, my Canadian friend?
I'm doing quite well. I don't have as sexy of a voice as Az, but I will try.
Today you have, definitely. I'll get
that raspy, sexy voice.
Yeah, but I'm glad to be here and talk What If with all of you people and you in the lovely chat.
Yay. Well, Script Doctor's link is in the description. Everybody sub to Script Doctor. And Teresa's not going to be joining us tonight, but she is loved. Her link is in the description as well. Sub to her. And I just put Az's link in the chat. I'll add it to the description after the stream. So thank you again for being here, Az. So let's begin. But first off, Stephen Otten, thank you so much for the $5. Says, "Hail Nina, Jayne, Script, and Az. Can we talk about what if or reminiscence?"
Oh,
Either way, I think we can fill up the entire broadcast. Oh boy, this episode was.
Oh,
Boy.
it
Jayne.
took me until today just to get through it.
Jayne,
It was so boring.
Please elaborate on that. Ugh.
I can't, where does all of it? it's just from beginning to end. It was the most ridiculous thing.
Well, I know
they've come up with yet.
But I know you love T'Challa, and I know I know you love Black Panther. So
Yes.
Elaborate. Why? Like, okay, why was it? Why didn't you like it? Why was it a let?
He was incredibly one-dimensional as a character. He had nothing. I mean, in terms of personality, in terms of achievement, there was no real adventure. There were no real stakes, and it's just, how do you write a character like this and expect them to be entertaining? It was just all petting him. Like it was just. I mean, was he supposed to be an angel or a human being going through an experience?
That's very because they kind of made him like a saint, like he could do no wrong,
right?
And that's kind of like what we were talking about in the back here before the stream started, was that I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that the writer was a white person, and I think that they were terrified of writing for a Black man. I think that's what was going on. They were like, we don't want to make him look bad. We don't want to make people on Twitter angry. So we're just gonna make him like perfect, like this.
Well, but the thing is, I thought that too initially, because they're just so bad at writing Black characters anyway. But then I kind of wanted to give them the benefit of a doubt, and I was like, okay, well, he's dead, and this was their friend, so maybe they just wanted to paint this sort of romanticized picture of him.
Sure.
But then, in the end, it was all for nothing because the world's going to end as a result of it. So,
what, you don't think Star-Lord's going to stop Ego because he stopped everything else?
Written before Chadwick Boseman died as well.
Yeah, and he was recorded. It was the last thing he recorded.
Oh well, then there you go.
Away.
I thought the same thing as you, Jayne, but I thought that at first I was like, okay, maybe it's him. Like this is a kind of like a a send off to him and blah blah blah. And then I was like, wait a minute, is this more like a send off to Chadwick, or is this more on an FU to the other guy, the white dude, Chris Pratt? Because it seemed more like an FU to Chris Pratt than it was, something good for Chadwick. It was like, Chris, we don't care about you. We don't love you in the MCU. We can just as easily get rid of your ass. Get in line. That's what it seemed like to me anyway. I don't know. But I watched your review, but tell us what you thought.
That's how you really feel.
That's how you really feel.
Well, I'm going to be doing a video tomorrow. It's going to be based on this headline from Yahoo. Disney Plus's What If T'Challa became a star. What if T'Challa became a Star-Lord? Is a repudiation of mediocre white men.
What, can you say that again?
Disney Plus's What If T'Challa Became Star-Lord is a repudiation of mediocre white men. So yeah, they've gone
wow.
Immediately for the latter of your two ideas about who it was made for, what it was made for. But the person who wrote it talks about Ta-Nehisi Coates. So this guy's already a racist.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That explains that.
Yeah,
that
explains everything. Look, this was garbage. It's so frustrating to take anyone that claims to be progressive seriously when you treat Black people of color like they are special entities. You're not. You're human like the rest of us. You're flawed like everyone else. You just have we have pigmentation differences, you know, and then everything else comes from cultural differences about where you live and social economic differences about the class system. So the most superficial thing that separates us is just the pigmentation of the color of our skin. So it's laughable the way that they treated Chadwick Boseman in this. I don't even know what to call it, because it's not. It doesn't even feel like anything. It just felt.
It's empty.
Yeah, it's just so hollow and soulless, and he does just come. It's just this Jesus character that everybody just gravitates towards for some reason, because he's kidnapped when he's a kid, essentially by pirates. So what did he do as a kid that completely changed their whole ethos? He calls himself Star-Lord. That was actually the nickname that his mum gave to Peter Quill.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't even understand or know what Star-Lord was. But he introduces himself as Star-Lord with this cocky face, then proceeds to say, "Oh, it is not a title that I like to," of course, that's bullshit.
I don't approve of
bullshit.
it.
Yeah,
It's so stupid.
you just needed the guy to turn around and go, "Oh, you're so humble," because we need to be told your characteristics, because we're never going to be shown any of them, because you're not going to have a personality going forward. Things are just going to happen, and people are just going to say you're great, and you'll do nothing wrong. There'll be nothing flawed. You'll have. What if the thing is, right? In Civil War, T'Challa is a really cool character. He loves his father. His father dies. We get that kind of revenge. He wants revenge for the death of his father. So when he's going after Bucky, he don't give a shit about Cap. When he gets together with Tony Stark to fight in the airport, he don't give a toss about Tony Stark or his team either. He's got one goal, and it's his goal, and that's to get to Bucky and kill Bucky. And so when you have the little interchange with Clint, "Hi, I'm Clint. I don't care who you are." He comes across as badass. What if he grew up with the pirates as a pirate?
Right.
What if he had a morally ambiguous core now, instead of being the born and bred leader that he was?
Yeah.
What if he was now
like a born prince and king and whatever?
Yeah.
Now
What
he's
if
a
he was
pirate.
struggling with morality? What if what if he was part of that? Ended
What
up
if he
being
was
part
evil?
of Thanos' crew.
Yeah, what if he was evil? Just like
Yeah.
Thanos can be good, what if T'Challa was evil?
He could be badass evil. That would be
Corrupted by
awesome.
the pirates that took him. Yeah.
But
Exactly.
it's not the ideology, because this isn't entertainment. This isn't constructed as entertainment for us. This is constructed as, "Oh my God, just look how amazing black people are, people."
And the thing is, he's not even even Jesus turned over tables. He doesn't break
In the
character.
on the Sabbath, get out of my father's
Jayne,
house
that's
with
a
your
good one.
gambling.
Oh my God. Well, you know what? Like for me, one of the most cringe moments of the show, other than Thanos's part, was like
Ugh.
when they're like, "Oh yeah, like we fucked up on picking him up because we don't know what he looks like, because he looks like all humans look the same." And I was like, "Are you fucking serious right now? Because you look
human.
Yeah, you look human. You like
Yeah.
what are you talking about?" Like it was so on the nose of like, "Yeah, we can't see color," and it's like, no, dude, no, brah, no, like this is not
That's so
right. What you're
stupid.
doing,
And they don't go back to just grab the other kid anyways. Even if they wanted to keep T'Challa, they still don't
just
go back to
continue.
grab Peter.
No. But before we carry on, because we are going to break this down, Mr. Bug says Nebula being flirty and calling Panther Cha-Cha weirded me out more than Thanos being a good guy. Made me clutch the
Infantilization. It's infantilization of black people, which they being the far left, they always claim to be progressive. They always claim to hold everyone up to the same standard, but they don't, because they berate other people. Like if I had a black girlfriend, it's fetishization that you have a black girlfriend. You don't really, that you're a white man. You don't really want to be with it. This is infantilization. This is, as Gary would say, this is the bigotry of low expectations. It's patronizing. It's like, oh, look at the black guy. He's so good, isn't he? Oh, you're so good. That's why you get the nicknames like purse puppies and stuff, because they're not given characters. They're not given personalities. They're the worst of all people when it comes to. And I'm getting all.
No,
but we see it. We see it in the comics now.
It's all good.
When they create gay characters, they don't create gay characters. They just turn characters gay.
Yeah.
They think that's how it works. Actually, they think
I was just having an
choice.
argument about that on Twitter right now because of the whole Superman thing. Somebody was like, "It's not Superman. It's someone like it's John Kent, and he's gay now." And I was like, "Is he named Superman? Because that's Superman." Like, I don't understand.
You want to have both. Just stop
like,
it.
If you're gonna make somebody called like Fabulous Man and then call him like gay, okay, like I'm cool, man. You have your gay superhero, whatever, but you can't take his alternate personality, his superhero personality, and call him gay, and then be like, yeah, like that's not Superman, it's somebody else. Give me a break.
But then they also have to lead with it. If you want to give Superman a child, the child grows up, the child's gay, okay, whatever. But that could be just one aspect of a much larger, complex personality. They can't conceive of that. They only know you by your labels.
Yes.
It's the silliest, stupidest thing to come out of this era, I guess.
So I'm looking forward to Young Ripper's comics.
Oh, I know, me too. I can't wait until he rips this shit apart. Detritus for $5. Thanks. Thank you so much. Says, y'all see the leaked Spider-Man trailer today? No CGI on it, but we see Raimi's Doc Ock show up, which is cool. The multiverse explanation is so dumb. I barely saw it. Script Doctor shared it with me, and I was like, I can't tell what the hell is happening in this freaking leak. So
I saw it. I liked it.
The leak was trash.
But I like this version of Spider-Man anyway, so
I don't. I fucking hate Spider-Boy. I think I hate Tom Holland's Spider-Boy. I cannot fucking
He's the
stand
closest to what a teenage Spider-Man would be like, I think.
Disagree, Jane. He would grow a pair.
He's a little too beta. Because when he's in the Spider-Man mode, he's a jerk, essentially. Yeah.
Dude, he is a freaking soy boy. Like, I was like, he goes and freaking fights Endgame, like the galactic war, and then he comes back and then he's a little bitch. I was like, what?
Oh, that's so hard.
How do you come back from like a galactic war and then you turn out like that? I don't. Exactly. Do better, Thanos.
Do better.
Hey, can I grab this boy?
That's what happened.
Thanos was so terrible in this too.
Oh, don't even get me started on
God.
Yeah, see, I'm okay with Spider-Boy, but he's no man. He's not a man. He's a Spider-Boy.
Ooh, that is beautiful.
Wow. Wait, hold on.
Ooh.
I can make as bigger.
Oh, lady. With the right coaxing, Nina, you better believe it.
I said it.
Look at that. There's my Alfred.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Cool.
I love how he's like got the little like the bank stack, the sacks of money. That's good.
He had one tucked on. He fell off when I was bringing him across, but yeah.
I love the detail on that. That's amazing.
You can tell he's a smart man because he steals coin, and coin's far difficult to trace compared to notes.
Exactly.
That's good. That's good.
Exactly. But
That's
yeah, I mean, I love Spider-Man 2. I think it's great, and I love Alfred Molina's portrayal of Doc Ock.
I do too.
I like.
It was
it's
nice
a very
to see-
compassionate angle to him.
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah, it was the first time I think we saw some complexity, true complexity with a villain for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, yeah, I gotta agree with Script Doctor. The reason for the multiverse is really stupid. It's like if you knew, I don't know if you should say in case the audience haven't seen the leaked thing with Jiggy, but if the end of the Spider-Man Far From Home is correct, which it is now, and he's not actually in a different universe when Joey Jonah is saying, hey, Spider-Man's Peter Parker, then it's like, how is he just allowed to get on with his life as normal?
Yeah.
How is he allowed to go to school normally? How is he allowed to just I don't know.
How does he not meet Captain Stacy, who would be on his butt for all the crimes he would essentially be involved with?
But he's just saved the world.
Mm-hmm. But nobody really knows that yet, because they don't call it the snap, they call it the blip, and there's all this mystery to it unless you're a member of SWORD or the Avengers. And on the public side of things, it's all speculation and rumor. And one thing that I tweeted this out a while ago is the term multiverse right now is just replacing the remake, the reboot, the reimagine.
Well, honestly, the term multiverse is actually kind of pissing me off in this instance, because as a normie, like, this is getting way too confusing. You have Loki, where they're talking about, oh, no, there's no multiverse, there's only one universe, and then there is a multiverse, and then this dude Kang is like, making, like, basically has made it so that he picks the realities he wants. Then they go with what if, and then you're like, okay, what if there's a multiverse, but then this other dude is a peeping Tom and he's just watching all the realities happen, but those realities are not the realities that Kang deems worthy, because I don't even understand. Like, they're just making it so confusing now that, like, it just doesn't make any sense anymore. And should it at this point?
That's a good question. Have these all been trimmed, or are they chosen? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get the correlation between the what if.
I don't think they care anymore about consistency.
I don't think they do either. I mean, as we see in this very episode with what Az pointed out in his video about T'Challa's necklace, for example, like, how did he get picked up not wearing that necklace and then somehow ends up with the necklace? Though we are told that apparently he went back to Wakanda.
No, he didn't. Yondo did.
Yondo makes a claim, yeah.
Yondo makes a claim that he went back to Wakanda. And we're going to have to assume that he brought him back a trinket. And it turned out to be this necklace.
But how would he get the necklace? This is the necklace that the Black Panther wears.
Yes.
I don't know how he would get it.
So he stole it from his father. How?
Can someone,
you can explain these things if you want to, and then we know. I went back to Wakanda. It was destroyed. This is all that was left. Yondo's a thief. I can believe Yondo could steal this somehow.
Oh, he could do it with his little arrow flute thing.
30-second scene, less than that, just to explain the necklace.
Oh, not even that. 5 seconds. Just have somebody, like, walk away from, like, say, a necklace stand, and then Yondo comes from above, snatches it up, pulls away, and boom, it's done.
Trey's like, shh, pretend like he always had it.
Yeah. Don't think.
Yeah, don't question
it. But it's a big plot point for later on.
Well, they're so stupid. They could have just had him wearing it as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
they kind of forgot.
Was the prince, right? Like, why couldn't he have had it?
Forgot that Black Panther had his necklace.
And
well, this entire opening scene is very peculiar, because if memory serves on the Guardians of the Galaxy, Quill was there to get it for basically a bounty, and then the other guys were there to get it on behalf of Ronan, who was getting it on behalf of Thanos, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So if Thanos is no longer looking for these stones, why is this guy here on behalf of Ronan?
Exactly. Why is there no That's what I was Ronan? Thinking the whole time.
Ronan's, you gotta. I mean, the way that I accepted it was just Ronan's now working independently.
An independent Kree contractor. Got it.
Yeah.
But
I don't think too much thought was put in this episode, other than Chadwick Boseman's amazing, and if he was Star-Lord, everything would be amazing, apart from it would be the end of the world.
Yeah.
Well, I would say the follow-up would be that Chadwick Boseman Star-Lord would stop the end of the world. Because even if Ego and Peter Quill got together, it's like, oh, that's going to happen? Well, then I have to step forward and stop that, because that's just how perfect this guy and his crew are.
He would talk Ego out of it, wouldn't he?
He would talk Ego out of
it.
Sometimes the best weapon in your arsenal is a good argument.
He was able to talk fucking Thanos out of doing that. So he'd definitely be able to talk Ego out of it too, I would assume.
And that phrase is a total conflation of, like, the Jedi code of how do you save someone from the dark side? Well, you you convince them and appeal to them to come over to the light, like what Luke did for Vader at the end of Return of the Jedi. But it doesn't always work. The way it works makes that person, that character, the superhero of that story. And here we're supposed to be in an MCU where we have the superheroes, but they're trying to make argue there's like a grounds of reality to it or something of that nature, which I think they threw out the window as soon as Disney purchased the MCU as it was. And now we're supposed to be like, okay, so yeah, this young man who's got a 4th grade education on Wakanda, which could be university level in the Western world, we don't know. But he's a kid who holds on to his ideals, somehow holds on to his accent, which a kid would lose when he's among other aliens and other species with other dialects as he grew older. He'd go to more comfortable and dominant one.
Mm-hmm.
And yet still holds on to that level of philosophy that is so profound, it convinces Titans to reconsider their own plan of action.
But the thing is, Thanos was even like, well, it was actually a good plan. So he's not entirely convinced. He was just convinced not to actually follow through with it.
Well,
yeah, he still
what was
thought
the
that
argument?
genocide was a good idea. He was like, I still think
was
it's a
efficient.
good idea. It was efficient.
It was efficient.
And he kept saying it over and over. It wasn't like he even said it once. It was like he said that was like the on-running joke for the fucking 20 minutes of the show. I was like,
Just genocide's funny.
Exactly.
Just
That
like,
was the
just
joke.
like
It's not
in
really
Black
genocide
Widow,
because it's random. Yeah.
just like
Yeah,
in Black
yeah.
Widow, giving all the women hysterectomies. That's so funny.
oh my
It was
god.
so funny.
How about the other scientific reality is the fact that as we evolve, we manage to be able to function and produce more with less, as opposed to needing more to do it. Like,
Never mind that. I'm more focused on the fact that it looks like we've got a bunch of writers who are actual sociopaths.
Yeah.
Well, in
Nobody
this
has any
episode
empathy. There's no
especially.
empathy anywhere with these people.
No, it's crazy because they're basically advocating for Stockholm syndrome and like, like it's like, oh, I'm gonna
Kidnapping,
kidnap you for like 20
yeah.
years and everything's okay.
It's
Like,
like
you know,
reverse Stockholm syndrome. They
fuck?
kidnapped the bastard and then he turned them all to him.
Yep.
But then when they go back home, like they go back to like Wakanda in the end, and like they're all happy and they're all partying, and it's like, dude, if that was a real king, you'd be beheaded because you kidnapped the prince. Like you're not gonna like. They're not just gonna be like, oh, okay, well, you returned him after 20 years.
Except
so-
found each
T'Challa
other,
said that
remember.
Rondo saved him from whoever took him, so he's got that lie hanging over his head for.
Oh my god, he did.
Well,
say that,
they
didn't
did
he?
the whole metaphorical bullshit, didn't they?
Yeah.
I'm
Uh,
surprised Vin Diesel didn't turn up and say, it's about family.
Family.
I was so sad that Groot didn't show up. I was like, where's Groot? And all
Yeah,
that?
no Groot, no Rocket Raccoon, no Gamora.
There was no Rocket. I was like,
Yeah.
this is fucking bullshit, is what's going on.
Boring as
like,
fuck.
I'm a fan of Groot, okay?
But you
Big
did get a
deal.
Karen Nebula.
You mean Seven of Nebula?
Seven of Nebula. Yeah.
It's Seven of
Yep.
Nebula. for
Seven of
real.
Nebula.
Detritus for $5 says this is the problem when when retards play in the same timeline of canon. The hack writers f it up. Why not play 1K years away from canon? I agree. I agree. I mean,
Well,
that was my beef with like Star Wars too. It's like, why don't you set it like way in the future so you
No.
don't have
I
to
got a
freaking-
counter. I got a counter argument for this.
What?
You see, unfortunately, dude, 1,000 years in the future, when every character in your universe is fucking gay, no one's alive anymore. Everyone's dead.
Oh yeah, reproduction would be
the human
taboo.
species is now
Yeah.
extinct because
true.
nobody actually procreated.
Yeah, well, all the women are men now, and
Yeah.
men are women now.
All the men are pregnant.
I don't
And
know.
all the men are breastfeeding the kids.
It's kind of nuts.
Well, they're getting the breast transplants from the women that got rid of them, right? So that's how it works.
Oh,
God.
no.
Oh my
Memory
God.
transplant.
Oh my god.
Script doctor, can you please stop giving them ideas? Thank you so much.
That's the next
No,
episode.
this is like preemptive strike. Just make it more ridiculous so that it makes less money, and therefore I get job openings.
We don't have to make it more ridiculous. They're doing fine on their own right now.
Exactly. This scene, by the way, was fucking ridiculous. Like when he picked the dude up and was like,
and
"Oh,
just
let's
walking
take
with
him."
them.
And
Like,
half of him's vanished.
So stupid. Mind you, I will say this. I'm not gonna hate on this episode the entire way. I will say this versus episode 1. Two things I appreciated more. One, I thought the animation was a little bit better. Two, at least 7 of 9 looked like a woman. I mean, 7 of Nebula. I mean Nebula.
I can add
She-
one more thing that
she
I
looked like a woman.
appreciated, which is that this was its complete. Aside from the opening, it was its own separate individual story. It wasn't just a
Yeah.
slot into Guardians of
Yes.
the Galaxy.
Yes, that also was.
And Howard the
was
Duck.
nice.
Howard the Duck was actually okay.
Howard the Duck was good.
I liked Howard the Duck. I actually thought that the better what if would have been what if like T'Challa or like whoever the Star-Lord is teams up with Howard the Duck. Like something with Howard the Duck. I don't care because I like Howard the Duck. But other than that-
Well, yeah, I mean, it probably would have been more interesting to have like Howard the Duck as the leader, and then have Groot and Rocket and Gamora.
What if
and
Howard the
Drax.
Duck was Star-Lord? I would have
Yeah.
liked that way better than what we got here.
That would have
I
been.
mean,
much-
that's like
and you
3 or
could have
4
actually made a
stories you can come up
comedy,
with.
and yeah.
Yeah,
Instead
and
of the
then
Guardians of the Galaxies, they're the 3-foot heroes of the universe. You know.
Exactly. And then have like the whole team. It would have been really cool. In this episode, but the other chick was nowhere to be found either. What's her name?
Gamora.
Gamora.
Mhm.
And also, I'm pretty sure
The other daughter of Thanos.
the other daughter of
coincidentally-
Thanos, Gamora, who the actress is also been having problems on Twitter. Did you guys notice that basically the two characters that have been having problems on Twitter, Chris Pratt and that girl, was missing
Zoe
from this
Saldana.
episode?
Yeah,
I was like,
Zoe
mm.
Slander's been the recipient of some absolute disgusting racism.
Yeah.
Disgusting,
Yeah.
and this is from the people again who claim to be progressive and forward-thinking, far left, far right. It's the same picture. There's
It's
no
just a
differential.
veneer. Those words
Yeah.
are just veneer to hide their hatred, and it doesn't work
Yes.
very well.
With your
And all of it, and I
ideological
think the
doubt.
rest of us were all kind of like sliding to some middle, some middle group now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Deadpool
Zoe
and
Slander
Howard
it was absolutely repugnant what she went through.
I agree with you. As the physics channel says, team up with Deadpool and Howard the Duck. That would be amazing. I would love that. And also, we have some Deadpool news at the end of this. We'll talk about that. But yeah, so T'Challa, he's the bestest ever. Star-Lord. All of this makes no sense. None of this episode makes any sense because of the ending. Also, like the ending, like, does that mean like that's the next episode of What If, or are they just gonna be like, no, Peter Quill basically got fucked? Like, I don't. I don't get it.
Pig, that's it with this one. Next one is I think we're on to Doctor Strange next.
Oh Lord, what are they gonna do with that poor bastard? I guess he's gonna be in the new Spider-Man though. I saw him in it.
He's in the new Spider-Man, yeah. And I think in the trailer that shot at the end was probably the end of the movie, the cliffhanger part.
Mm.
So here we have the King's necklace.
Oh, I know what the end scene is. The end credit scene is. By the way.
The
The Shang-Chi.
King's necklace, and T'Challa's not
Oh, yeah.
wearing one.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Nope. No
No place to
necklace.
even no place for even to hide. And then look, it's on Daddy. There you
It's
go.
on Daddy. Daddy's got it. He doesn't. And then the next scene, he's playing. He's doing his thing.
Well, actually, this scene made me feel rather uncomfortable, and I didn't want to discuss it on my video, but since I'm on another channel, fine. We've got Wakanda, which is the stolen civilization from mankind with technology far beyond that of mere mortals,
Mhm.
and T'Challa's running around. I mean, in slang in the UK, we call it chucking.
Well, it's throwing a
He was
javelin,
throwing-
really.
But he's just running around throwing a spear.
Mhm.
So you saying this is the way that Wakanda still go around hunting in modern day when they have all this amazing technology to do their? I thought.
I don't think
fuck
he
me,
was
this
hunting. I
was-
think he was just
I don't
like,
think he was hunting either. I think it was just
dude, this
playing.
was the most.
No, I think it's simulated. He's sort of he's throwing
Yeah,
a.
he's practicing and
javelin,
It's
which
part
is
of their training.
I
they
thought
use
he
their
was
spears.
so fucking bored that he was throwing a spear for himself and then going and fetching it and throwing it again. That's how bored this kid was. That's what
You couldn't think of something. You couldn't get him a skateboard or some shit, you know?
It's peculiar that a prince, a young man of prestige, would be able to do this unsupervised.
Well, he doesn't. When he's Black Panther, he doesn't use a javelin.
That's
I'm
true.
guessing he
doesn't.
snuck out, maybe.
He did sneak out. I don't think he'd be allowed out at this late hour.
A Back to the Future floating skateboard. Give him some technology to show the technology of Wakanda.
What we have here is we have a spear or javelin that's got a whole bunch of lightsaber decals on it.
The fucking Green Goblin has more technology than this kid had. Okay, like this is ridiculous. He's fucking throwing a spear. Give him a video game for God's sake. Like, what is he doing?
I don't know. As the person on the panel who grew up in the
Give him a
country, like I'm not at all shocked by that. Kids go out, they fish, they hunt,
they throw
do
sticks
stuff.
to themselves.
Yeah.
For sure. Absolutely. It's been done.
Yeah, remember when lawn darts were outlawed, yet in Wakanda they still allow kids to play with 4-foot javelins?
What could possibly go wrong?
That's great, Shane. That's funny. But yeah, so then he gets out because he's like, "What? The javelin goes to the thingy," and he goes there. And
See, that to me was the problem, is that you can cross through the barrier so easily.
yeah, like his javelin went through the barrier like nobody's business.
How
and
have
he's
they
like,
not been discovered?
"What?"
Well, there's so many little things you could do to bypass this. You just have to have a bracelet on his arm, and then it just, him just like show it, and it glows, and it forms a door for him to go through. But there again, this is a guy that must just miraculously managed to get a necklace out of thin fucking air. So what? There's
no rhyme or reason to any of this. Look, he has no necklace. Again, no necklace.
No necklace.
He gets
Oh, it's under the
abducted.
shirt. He wears it on the chest like a Geno.
He gets abducted by a bunch of people that look like humans, and then they go on to talk about how he looks just like every other human that they look different from, and they can't see color. Because this guy's like, "Don't you see the difference between these two?" And they're like, "What? There's a difference?"
And not a
So
single
you
thought
don't
of
know that Yondu's blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it would have made more sense if they looked non-human.
Yes. That was the joke. They missed the joke. They failed the joke badly.
So stupid.
And then this dude is like, "Well, since you're not the right kid, who cares? You're an explorer in your heart. Let's go explore the universe and become good guys and like do what Robin Hood did on your Earth and steal money from the rich and give it to the poor like a bunch of commies."
Well,
Yay.
Robin Hood technically stole money from the corrupt and gave it back because that was what King John was doing. He was stealing, taxing people to death. So he's like, that's wrong.
Yes. So then they do that, and this kid, he's sick of Wakanda. He's like, "Fuck Wakanda, man. Let's go explore the universe." I'm not interested in Wakanda anymore. I mean, who would be? I mean, this kid, like 5 minutes ago, you were throwing a stick to yourself, and then somebody brings you on a spaceship, and they're like, "Look at all this galaxy we can explore together." Of course, you're gonna be like, "Yeah, f that." Like,
But at some point, he's gonna want to go home.
Well, yeah, he's got a good home life. Yeah.
See, this
But they
part.
just spent years building up to Black Panther to do Wakanda, the greatest civilization in mankind.
Yep.
To do a what if about a kid who couldn't give a fuck about Wakanda.
Yeah,
Right.
and basically they glaze over that though. They glaze over the fact that
No
he would
shit.
get homesick, that he would at one point be like, "You stole me from my family. Take me back. 'Cause I miss my mommy." Like, no, none of that shit. None of that shit is being shown to, I don't know, the 13-year-olds this is made for. I don't know. Animation was good.
If I was 13 watching this, I'd be bored off my head.
Oh, absolutely. But here's the weird context, right? So T'Challa has a great life, a great family, loves his father. He comes from a great home. He has lots of potential in his world. And he decides to abandon that all for space exploration, where conversely, Peter Quill just lost his mother.
Mm-hmm.
His grandfather's a jerk to him.
Mm-hmm.
And he couldn't deal with his emotions and ran away. So yeah, time he would go back to Earth, it would just be resurfacing, reopening old wounds of worst time of his life. So it's completely justifiable that he would not care about that. And the only thing he holds on to are the positive memories he had of his mother. But what does T'Challa have here to hold on to? Nothing. It's a fantasy, a fairy tale, a British fairy tale of Robin Hood and his
Where
deeds.
does
And
Robin Hood come from as well?
I don't know.
I
Yeah.
don't
Well, it
understand.
was a Disney movie a long time ago.
Oh.
so what?
So-
Disney was like the
Just
only one that
how'd you
could
go
corner the
from-
market in Wakanda for Western
From
stories.
ethno state to British law, you know, folklore.
Yep.
How'd you go from that?
Why would he look up to
Exactly.
Robin?
Wouldn't there be some sort of Of course,
Wakandan.
It would be
can't
a step
reference anything in
down.
Wakanda because they have no reference for Wakanda because it's a made up place. But yeah, the whole Robin Hood thing makes no sense.
Yeah, why would Wakandans even know about Robin Hood though? Like,
Are they
would
that
be
much
a
of an
folk
isolationist
tale?
town? Or
Yeah.
country? Yeah, that's the question, right? Like, what's the level of isolation that they have? I mean, we know the King of Wakanda has ventured to the outside world to, I guess, sort of allow the rest of the world to know not to come to this country in
Yeah.
some canon.
Mhm.
What do you think? He brought back, like, you know, he's at the airport, he sees a little flip book of Robin, and he's like, oh yeah, the kid will like that, and just grabs it before flying back home and says, here you go, T'Challa. Like, it's so weird. I don't understand the history of this country in the MCU.
Yeah, but judging by judging by the film,
Mhm.
and judging by Shuri's disgust of white people, calling them colonizers and whatever, it doesn't look as if there's a particularly favorable attitude towards them. So bringing in white folklore, I know we're reading so much into this, but you know why,
We
folks?
are.
Because it's fucking shit, and we have to because there's no substance to it. So you know, why would you bring white person's lore into Wakanda? It wouldn't make any sense.
The only thing
It
I can
wouldn't make any sense.
imagine is that the royals and the few people tasked with traveling outside are knowledgeable. Like they may have been educated on the history of the world.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that makes any sense whatsoever. But even that's not fully explained. So again, like you said, we're just having to create the story for them, basically.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, in our head, we have to be like, okay, this is why.
We're doing the work the writers failed to do, and
Yeah.
which is unfortunate because even T'Challa, I believe, in his original history, as a teenager, he was educated at various schools throughout the world as part of his diplomatic training before his father died and before he came home, and then, you know, did his roles as a prince before his father passed and became the king of Wakanda. Like he had needed to have that knowledge, but that's as like a teenager or a young adult. But here it's just an 8-year-old kid who should have more. They could have used a great made up a fictional folklore tale for Wakanda that he could have used that could have paralleled Robin Hood if that's what they wanted to do. But they made no effort to do such a thing.
There could have been a king that was not so kind in Wakanda many hundreds of years ago.
Before
But
the
there was-
vibranium fell.
Well, you could have even made it part of the Black Panther lore, but the Black Panther
I like this
stole
question
from the rich
here.
and gave back to the people.
I like this question here. I get asked this quite often. If it's shit, why are you watching it?
Because we own YouTube channels and people want us to discuss it.
You can also learn from other people's
Exactly.
mistakes quite effectively.
And also, at this point, the MCU for me personally is like a fucking train wreck. Like I can't turn away from it. Like I want to know how crazy it actually goes. Whereas with Star Wars, I've given up. Like I don't watch Disney Star Wars at all, not even for my YouTube channel. But with this, like I can't turn away. There's something about this car crash that just I just can't turn away from it at this point. But maybe one day I'll just give up, just like with Star Wars, and then I won't even talk about it anymore. We're heading that way.
And me, I actually, I don't know why, it's like an abusive spouse. I expect it to be good. I want it to be good. I'm desperate
know.
for it to be good. And
I
I'm
know
just
Jayne-
disappointed every time.
Jayne is like a battered wife syndrome for sure. Because I was like, we talked about that about Loki. Because I was like, dude, don't have
Oh, God.
expectations. And she was like, I'm broken now. And now we're having the same conversation about Spider-Man because she was all, Oh my god, I love the trailer. I'm gonna be like, it's gonna be shit. Jane, it's gonna be fucking crap.
Oh, I
But
know.
the premise.
And
just
also,
seems so
can I
dumb.
just make another note about this? So this is the other thing I noticed, that we had quite a bit of shots like this where he is kind of presented with very light background.
He's just missing the halo.
He's
Yeah.
just missing the halo. Exactly. Like he's literally pictured like a kind of like a Jesus figure, or like some sort of
Messianic
prophet.
figure.
Yeah, messianic figure. So you do get that a lot in a lot of shots in this. Even like in the backgrounds, like look at this
So
one.
much so that I actually
Still.
thought he was dead.
It's getting a little close to home there.
I
Wow.
was like, did you know he was dying? I don't know. This is just so.
No, my understanding
bizarre.
is that it was kind of a rather a shock to
This was a shock to
Marvel
everybody
Studios when they
yeah.
He
learned
had
that
it
it
Yeah.
was
for
Tiger.
years, but he kept it.
Kept it private
to
for himself.
Yeah.
And he was
Yeah.
also responding well to treatment in the earlier stages, but then
Yeah.
sadly,
So this is the cringe ass scene in the bar. By the way, we got
I bet that's a self-insert of some fucking Marvel.
self-insert.
thing.
Yeah, has
exactly.
to be the hair.
I mean, the
know.
second I saw that, though, I was like, rolled my eyes so hard I got a headache. I
Oh
was
my
like,
god! Side shaven hairs, he wears these. Pink colors, he wears these.
you're so unique.
Oh my god, T'Challa, you're just like amazing. I'm so happy to be here with you. By the way, this is the only time you're gonna see me.
I don't
Yeah,
even think she says a word in this.
we
episode.
never saw her
Just
again.
a couple of words and that's it.
Yeah, she was like, "Yeah, tell us about it, Thanos."
Yeah.
Like, and that was pretty much like some
Exposition
like
setup dialogue is boring dialogue.
yeah, exactly. She's all chubby and shit too. Like, oh my god.
Obviously, well, because it's made after one of the writers or the
Oh yeah,
comic
this
book. So it's made after somebody in Marvel.
this is 100% a self-insert. Like
Yeah.
somebody literally drew themselves in this. That's cool. Whatever. Then there's Thanos.
Oh,
He
God.
shows up and he's all, yeah, T'Challa told me to do better. Well, he didn't even say that. He was just all,
Do better.
It's the best of all.
yeah, he was just he somehow T'Challa. Oh, this was gonna say earlier. So there's a book series that I love. It's called His Dark Materials. I don't know if you ever watched or read it as or watched it or seen the series. It's on HBO. The main character, Lyra Balakwa, she goes to the Bear Kings, and the king of the bears, the armored bears in it, and she does something. She lies about something to do something else. Long story short, this other bear king names her Lyra Silvertongue. So basically what this is T'Challa Silvertongue, and he's basically lied his way or somehow bullshitted his way towards getting, Thanos not to snap his fingers and everyone to get along, and somehow brought peace to the galaxy when no one else could. Fucking rescued Drax's kids and family, and nothing happened. Nothing bad ever happened.
I'm an
when
idiot.
T'Challa was Star-Lord.
I know they basically gave him Purple Man powers. That's who it was.
Ah, yeah.
Purple Man? Who's that? I don't know who that is.
Purple Man is a Marvel villain who has purple skin, and he has the power of persuasion.
Is that
The villain
dude?
Jessica Jones.
Yeah, the dude in Jessica Jones, David Tennant
David
played
Tennant's
him.
just yep.
Ah,
That's the big T'Challa here, because he can do no wrong and everybody loves him.
that's true. He is also
Apart from
wearing
he
purple.
uses his abilities malevolently.
Malevolently, yes.
and T'Challa uses it benevolently.
He's also wearing purple, dude. That's a good catch. He is the purple dude.
What if T'Challa
But if
was
T'Challa's the
actually
Purple Man and was kidnapped by Michael Rourke.
Oh my god. And then he goes on and on about how genocide is still a good idea. Thanos, I'm talking about. This is where we catch up with Drax finally, and he's all, oh my god, you're Star-Lord, I love you. Star-Lord, oh my god, you're the best person ever. Like, take a picture with me because you're so amazing.
That is so femmy.
Mm-hmm.
That
Do you know what
that
this-
is just fucking femmy shit, man.
Yeah. Do you know what this actually this relationship that T'Challa is experiencing with all these peoples reminds me of?
What?
Iron Man 3, whenever Tony Stark meets that cable service guy in the van, like the dude was like super fanboying over him.
Mhm.
It's supposed to be a comedic bit. And they're just like taking that template and they're just saying, let's put that template onto every character that T'Challa meets for the first time. And that's this episode pretty much.
Yep. It's
It's
extremely cringe.
a lot of repetition, and it's just after what? How many times are you going to go through this with this character
Mhm.
before you actually give him something to do that's worthwhile to watch?
Also, is it just me or was he drawn really feminine? Like his face? I thought his face was extremely feminine looking. I was like, I don't understand what is going on with.
His face was small. His head's small compared to his body.
But look at his face, though. He looks so feminine compared to like his body. His body's so masculine, and his face is really feminine. I don't know why I think that. He just looks like he's like wearing makeup, and I don't know.
Well, Dave Bautista does have a small face on a very round head, like in reality. So
That's true.
Poor Dave.
I don't know. Maybe that was just me. I was like,
but like
eh.
no,
Is it the
I think with the accent around the eyes and stuff, it looks a little bit more. Yes,
Maybe
It looks
that's
like
what
he's
it
got
is.
lipstick on, doesn't it?
It does
Yeah.
look like he's
Lipstick and
got
eyeliner,
lipstick
yeah.
on and eyeliner, and I was like, I don't get why this looks feminine to me, but at least the body is masculine. But he kind of looked feminine, like on his face. So I don't know, but it was all right. Still better drawing than Pegging Carter.
This is consistent.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, here we go. 7 of Nebula. She shows up. She literally looks like fucking 7 of 9. I was like, is that 7
Oh
of
yeah,
9?
they didn't even try to hide it on the left eye there.
No.
How the fuck can you
There's
put
holes
this
in the
on a
table that
table?
you slide it in.
Oh.
I saw it earlier.
That's what she said. Okay.
Ladies.
So
Where do I
many
put
lens
this? There's
flares in
holes
this
that you
too.
can
Look at
slide
this
it
fucking
in.
lens flare. Just
Oh
like,
yeah.
we're gonna put lens flares and everything, guys. Absolutely, like no, like there's no reason why this highlight should be here.
Maybe
Like,
the art director
at
worked
all.
on a JJ film.
Mm.
They're having a conversation, and she's all like, "Yeah, like I need to hire you for this job," and they're going on and on. Hold on, I
We're
can't.
only going to show you half of the conversation
Yeah.
because
There we
that would ruin a terrible ending.
They're called embers. Yeah, she wants
The
to
Embers
hire.
of Genesis, which is a word very specific to Earth, actually.
That's true too. I didn't catch that. That is a very Earth thing.
This
to
is a very
say.
Star Trek thing.
Yeah.
is what it really is.
What's also really funny when you brought up the lens flare stuff is that in cinematography you don't want a lens flare, or it's called hot spots, which is where something is so bright on the screen or on the actor that it comes across as white because it's bad. It actually hurts the eyes, and yet this cartoon is loaded with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look at that. That's what would be happening in the theater if this was live action thing.
My light is so bright, and I've just woken up, so it's kind of like.
To answer your question, the roaming gamer, yes. Never watching Star Wars anything. Not.
Star Wars had a
Steven said-
great 7 years between 1977 and 1983.
Yeah. Steven said, "Why are there lens flares in an animated show?
Yeah,
Like you put
because
them in there intentionally."
The rule
just-
of cool, Steven.
it
Doesn't
looks
matter
cool,
if it makes
apparently.
sense or not.
The Jar Jar effect, yeah, for sure.
We really have to stop insulting Jar Jar Binks when we compare him to J.J.
I
Abrams.
know, right? I love Jar Jar Binks. It's bullshit. So then, yeah, this they're talking about the stupid fucking.
Oh look, the
Whatever.
Embers of Genesis actually prove everything wrong with Thanos' original theory of genocide. Like,
Don't tell Captain Genocide over there. You might spoil his fun. Har har. This joke is still going on.
This is
for-
comedy.
I mean, it's just so annoying.
I know they just reused the same, and it's not. It wasn't even funny the first times. It's not as if the gags hit first time, they overplayed it
Mhm.
to the nth degree about Star-Lord and everyone loving Star-Lord at the beginning.
Yeah, for like this guy right here, that thing went on for fucking 10 minutes. I was like, okay, we get it, dude. Either shoot him or shut the fuck up. Like I can't stand you like just going on and on about how you can't get in a spar with him because you revere him so much. It's like either fucking do it or stop talking about it. I couldn't get it. I was like,
Yeah, that actually comes when you have a franchise that is so ingrained with the same core people so long that it ends up becoming self-aware or meta. And that's exactly what Marvel has been over the last few years in films. Is they're very self-aware that we are a Marvel film, we are a Marvel property, and we can make fun of ourselves with inside jokes or on the surface repetition of jokes because the brand is so strong it can endure it. And it's like, no, you should never teach. You should never write based on the strength of your brand as if it's like can't fail. You should always be thinking like, man, this could be the last movie we ever make, so we better make it good. Or this could be the last show we ever make, so we better make it good. That is the mentality you need in franchises that have gone on at this length. But no, not for Disney.
Not here.
so then we have a scene with Thanos and Nebula, and thank God she is feminine looking, at least. That's the one thing. This dude looks like Peggy Carter, for real. I mean, look at this. This is literally the last episode.
Same shoulders.
Yeah, same shoulders, same arm. Like you
Same
literally
chest.
put
Hands are a little smaller though.
That's true. Yeah, you put like her outfit on him, stick some hair on there. That's Peggy Carter.
Hungry, Peggy smash.
I'm thinking of like Crunk from the Dexter's Laboratory Store show right now.
They literally made this fucking collector dude a more of a badass than Thanos. Like, how is that even possible?
Well, he's like one of the. I don't want to call them in Marvel, but he's an exceptionally powerful character.
Him and his brother.
Yeah, his brother's is Jeff Goldblum from Thor Ragnarok. That's his brother.
Yeah, it's the collector and the master, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Wait, but are they more powerful than Thanos?
They're like, aren't they like immortals as well? This kind of like immortals as well.
I think they're like eternal adjacents, like something of that nature, because they've been around forever, pretty much since almost the dawn of time.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they are exceedingly
again,
powerful.
as a normie, it would be nice to know things like that. Like if you're someone just checking it out, right? You're like, and you know about the MCU and you know about Thanos and you know the MCU version of this guy. I don't know that. Like, I don't know who this guy is or his brother. Like, I'm just like, oh, so this is some dude that collects a bunch of shit throughout the universe. Not that he's like immortal or he has any sort of special powers or I don't know what he's got. He just seems like he's a regular dude that likes to collect rare shit. And has a lot of, power, like in terms of like what he's collected, not how he's collected it, Again, details missing. They don't care about normies. Obviously, they don't care about fans either, but whatever. T-Van saw an opening and filled the power vacuum. Okay. Then they're talking about the stupid plan. Oh my God, this scene too. Oh my God, this was so cringe. Because he's all, I'm not going because, I like we were supposed to be good guys and we're not gonna be thieves and do bad things now because we were good thieves and giving money to poor people. But I can't say no to you. Like literally, like this was the most ridiculous. Like you don't need this scene. Like even in animation, like this was, this is money spent that didn't need to be spent. This was literally like 5 minutes of animation that they could have just taken out, or give us more details about T'Challa's experience through his childhood on that ship and how he wanted to go back at some point, or show us how you got the necklace. Or anything other than this fucking useless conversation where it's like, oh, I don't want to go. Oh, but I can't say no to you because you're so great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got something for later.
Yeah, that's 29 cents a frame minimum
But he's the
for
captain.
for this
He's
scene.
He's the captain of the ship. He's the one who's in charge. It would have been more interesting if T'Challa and the others just went behind his back and did it anyway.
Yeah.
He can't. He's perfect.
Yeah. And his powers of persuasion must be received by all who dissent.
Remember,
Oh,
he says,
geez, never
I
have
might
been
be the
any
captain of
good."
the ship, but you. So no, he says,
You're the soul.
you're the soul of the ship, but I'm still the captain. It's just like,
You're the soul of the ship.
you're the soul
Dude,
of my
when he
ship.
said
Oh,
this though, when he
fuck
was like,
off.
when he's like, never have been any good at saying no to you, kid. I was like, this sounds almost like
Gay.
pedo-ish.
It's a bad parent for sure.
I mean, this dude kidnapped this kid. All right. Like, I mean, let's put it in context here, right? Like, this dude kidnapped this kid
He did.
20 years ago.
But he kept hold of Peter because he didn't want to hand him over to Ego.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it makes no sense why he kidnapped this fucking kid. He's not just a serial kidnapper. There
It's
was a
like
very
fishing. Just
specific
throw it
reason
back.
why-
Yeah, this is an actual kidnapping. This is not. This is not
so
saving this
fucking
child's
dumb.
life.
Oh my god, it's so ridiculous. Like, it's like, what the I don't understand.
Oh my god.
Then they're like, well, we're gonna go because whatever. They go to nowhere, which that's where the MCU is heading to, nowhere. Fuck.
How's your nose there? Okay.
We're okay. We're okay. nearly, but we're okay.
What happened? I was looking at this.
He was
ugly
drinking as you
thing.
said that, and he almost shot water out of his nose.
Aw, too bad I didn't catch that. Okay. I'm gonna knock on their front door like a lady. Oh God. Get out of here.
Oh. I thought this was about T'Challa.
No, you'll always find Jayne, silly Billy. You'll always find that every Marvel project is co-opted by a woman.
Or several women in this
Or
case.
several. But yeah, this suddenly started turning into a 7 of 9's project.
Yeah, and this chick too.
Oh yeah.
Though you can't tell like this chick is a chick because she's got pecs.
Well, those could just be alien female breasts, but they're
That's,
not.
that's how she
They
looked
could
on
be.
the in the Infinity War as well. So
That's true.
I can't rag
I
it
love
too
it.
much. But you just had a pair of breasts walking past then.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Breasts. Look at this
Oh my
guy's face
God.
every
This is
5
their Ocean
seconds.
11 thing. Yeah.
Oh, that's a great shot right there. But dude, that
That's
guy's
me punching Marvel in the face.
oh my god, this guy's face, like every time, it's like he's just there for like this comedic, like it just I don't know.
Well,
it
comedic
just-
usually means comedy, but yeah.
but it's not though. It's so cringe. Like why? I don't know. It's like they made him look bad. I don't know what it is. He wasn't such a soy bitch in the movie. Like I
Yeah.
don't know. Now it's like, ugh. Don't give yourself a brain aneurysm.
So yeah, I
that's
guess T'Challa would be Star Lord, and this guy would be Star. For lack of a better word, apologize for language, fucker, because that's the face of someone that does that.
Damn, script. I don't think I've ever heard you say the F word ever.
You're rubbing off on him, Nina.
Wow.
Ladies.
That was awesome. Okay, great. Yeah, that's that. Oh my god. At least Thanos did some picking people up by the neck.
Thanos is an eternal.
Oh my god. Look, and he's still freaking smiling, and he's like, "I love you, Thanos. You can."
Yeah, he's a
do
fan of
whatever."
asphyxiation.
Captain Genocide. I'm dead.
He's a gasper. He's a gasper.
Oh my god.
Call him Captain Scarfer.
Oh damn.
How did you know I was a gasper, Thanos?
Oh my god. Holy shit, look who's here. It's Gary.
How you doing, buddy?
He says,
Absolute triumph.
Absolute triumph. Have a good show. Thank you, Gary. Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet.
There's definitely some subliminal messaging in that premiere for everyone to come up with that exact same word to describe such a movie.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But apparently not. Apparently it's completely serendipitous. Even though about 15 people said the exact same phrase, Shang-Chi is an absolute triumph.
Nobody cares about Shang-Chi or the Eternals now anymore, though.
No,
Everyone's like,
I'm more convinced.
Spider-Man.
One of the arguments I heard was, what if I use dude? Everyone uses dude. Yeah, and not everyone uses triumph.
Yeah.
You know, when you're describing a Marvel superhero movie, maybe if you're describing Swan Lake at the Bolshoi Ballet or whatever, it was an utter triumph. It really was. Oh my god!
Did you hear? By the way, I know this is totally off topic, but did you guys hear how they're taking out leotards for ballet because they want? Yeah, they want to be more inclusive to they, them, and non-binary and trans people. So they're taking away leotards.
But
so what, they're going to be prancing around naked
right?
then?
What are they going to wear?
They're a bunch of sheetards.
But the men also wore leotards. I don't understand.
It's so fucking crazy.
Well, they're taking away the men's penises to fit, so it's more inclusive to they, thems.
So that's gonna go.
So they'll get to wear tutus.
So it's more inclusive to the 0.0000000.
So we have the ballerina for women and the ballerino for men. What's the bal term for non-binary?
It's called made up.
I don't know. Ballerina.
You have to put an X on the end.
Oh,
Balexrina.
Balexrina. Oh my.
No, that's still too
I hate
feminine.
you, Jane. Jane, I hate you. You actually just made up their name. Fuck you, Jane.
Make ballerina X great again.
Oh my god. You know they're doing that.
God, they are.
They're doing that. Oh no. Deranged Lunatic sends us a super sticker. What is it? It is a rose. Thank you so much. It's Teresa's cousin here to join us. Thank you so much. Okay, so yeah, then Clown Thanos. Fucking this was so stupid. They do the double cross, which is retarded.
Remember that shot in Star Trek Discovery?
Which shot?
The one with all the boxes around, because that's the turbo lift shaft.
Yes. I mean, well, I didn't see it on Discovery.
Oh, well, the Discovery suddenly expanded 100 times bigger than it actually was. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Wait,
a TARDIS.
what season was that?
That was retarded season 2.
2 and 3. Yeah.
Oh, that's why I didn't see it, because I stopped after season 1, thanks to Gary. I was like, nope, I'm done. I'm done.
Nope.
Done. Never fucking going back to Star Trek again, as long as they're in charge.
Well, 5 more years.
Yep. That's not
5
happening.
more years.
What could possibly go wrong? This guy's full of these liners. Then this dude comes out. He was actually kind of badass. I didn't mind him, and his animation I thought was really well done. Like his facial features was good. His body was good. I think he was probably the best artistically drawn one out of the whole series. What did you guys think of this guy? His animation.
I thought he was a bit of a weak villain, personally, but
no, but his drawing, his art style.
I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot better, but I've seen a lot worse.
Okay.
It's definitely better than the episode 1. For sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't. I mean, I've never seen him being drawn. Like
Benicio del Toro is kind of hard to capture. He has a very unique look about himself.
Look, yeah. I thought they did all right. It wasn't the worst. Definitely. I mean, I think they could have done her definitely a lot better, because she doesn't even look like the actress. At least he's got
she's got this Veronica Lake thing going on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks nothing like the actress that plays her.
Karen
who is-
Gillian, yeah.
yeah, Karen, who is also a redhead, but they had to make her a blonde.
Well, yeah,
Point
because
of
7 of 9 is a blonde.
Yeah, but it's like point of contention because the actress is a redhead, right? So they're like, nope, you're gonna be
No, we're not gonna have a redhead under any circumstances.
yeah, no, sorry.
Sorry.
Not even when your skin is blue are you
Better
arrested.
dead than red, according to Marvel. Okay.
Wait, they do have another blue redhead in the MCU, don't they? It's Mystique.
Technically, Yondu with his red fin on
Mystique,
his head.
yeah, but we'll see what they do with the X-Men going forward.
Oh yeah, Mystique. Yeah.
Mystique was from what is that, do you guys think maybe that's why they didn't make her a redhead because they thought that it would be too similar to Mystique?
No,
I don't think they were
just
thinking
they're
that
trying
far
to copy
ahead.
7 of 9.
At all.
Oh Lord. Oh, this
See, that
part-
was so messed up.
I know this part. I was like, oh, Poppers, like, please rescue him. I didn't care about anybody else. Like I didn't care about this dude. Like I was like, I really don't care if you
The
get
dark elf,
rescued or
yeah.
not. Yeah, the dark elf. Then we saw Howard the Dark, and I was like, okay, I definitely
He
like
was
you.
cool.
I like him.
Eh.
He was probably the funniest part of this episode.
I think it was Seth Green playing him. I think, right?
Yeah.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that. He was cool. The episode would have been cooler if it was about him. Then this part happened, and this chick was all, I'm gonna kill all of you. And then that's
Oh yeah, then the necklace, which activates the.
oh yeah, here we go.
Such coincidence.
There we go. The
You
necklace.
see, what they could have done here, which wouldn't have taken more than a few seconds, is the necklace lights up.
Mhm.
It opens the door of the ship, and then you have a fade to a flashback of when he's a child, and Yondu comes back and says, "Son, I've been back to Earth, and I'm afraid Wakanda's just ashes now, but I found this."
Yep.
Yeah.
And hands over the necklace to him.
Mhm.
Instead of that original 5 minutes where he's like, I can't say no to you. Have that 5
That's
minutes.
fucking Brokeback Mountain.
Yep.
I don't know how to quit you.
That was totally, it sounded so pedo. I was like,
So
this
bad.
guy fucking stole this kid and he's all saying these weird things to him. I don't know. It sounds really
It was just
bad.
very weird.
So anyways, then he sees this shit and he sees the ship and he's like, there's these weird dummies around, like the mannequins. I didn't get that either. I was like, why are there like mannequins sitting here?
Do you think the collector killed them and then just dressed mannequins up to sit in the?
I
seats?
don't know if they're like robot. I think they're meant to be like robotic
Oh yeah, that could be it. too.
pilots. I think that's what they are.
Oh, I thought they were just mannequins for like the Wakandan outfits, and
Like
he just
display
collected that shit.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
didn't
like
see-
action figures in a display.
exactly, but like giant ones. So yeah, then he sees the message from his baba, and baba says, "We're looking for you. We never stopped because you've been kidnapped." And he's like, "Really? I've been kidnapped?"
I kind of went as my own volition, daddy.
Then Seven of Nebula shows up and she's like, I'm gonna like double cross your ass because that's what we do here. We cool as shit. We're gonna do that. And he gets into a fight with this guy, like, how dare you have been kidnapped me, my family killed, blah blah blah, you were protecting me from what? Sometimes
What?
you need to hear a lie to see the truth. Because saying that about lying to him about his family being dead.
Yeah.
Like, this would have been far more earned if they actually showed any of this fucking shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Then he goes on to say, I'm nothing like you, lashes out. This guy's like, you're an explorer, you're like everything like me. And then, this dude's all, fuck you guys, I hate all of you. And this guy's like, Man, that hurts. This guy is all sad now because he's like,
My best friend.
Bad panda.
even though he just joined the team like 5 minutes ago. He's all devastated.
Makes sense.
It's like we were family, man.
We're bad family.
Dude, this guy totally should have been Vin Diesel. I know it should have been like, oh, for family, man.
Or just literally because they own it. Just cut to that clip of Carrie Fisher just going, family. And can I have some drugs, please?
Oh, this is fucked up. Okay. I hate that they're ruining everything I love. This guy's animation was cool looking. I thought they did a pretty decent job with this guy.
Mhm.
He looks badass. Then T'Challa is doing his thing with all these weird fucking sun flares and shit. Then this little girl, she's all, I mean, look at her expression.
She's from the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, isn't she the Asian girl though?
No. She's the one that kills herself grabbing the power, infinity power. Stone.
Oh,
Yeah, grabbing
okay.
the Power Stone. Yeah.
Oh, okay. The Asian girl's nowhere to be found.
No, that's the next
No.
one. That's the grasshopper one, the Mantis.
Mantis.
Oh, that's Mantis.
And
That's
Mantis
right.
is
It wasn't in
Ego's
the first
servant.
one. Yeah, right. I forgot about that. It's been a while since I watched those movies.
Don't worry, they forgot plenty as well.
Hey, man, I would have rewatched it if I was making this fucking show.
I think that breaks one of their rules.
Yeah.
Like rewatch stuff.
Can't have it fresh enough in your mind to do it justice.
So then this dude's all like, do you like shoot any lasers out of your eye or anything? You're not special, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah. And this guy had to make a comment about history has never looked kindly on those who lock men in cages.
Of all colors and creeds. Thank you.
This was cringe. I was like, okay. 200 Watt Studios, thank you so much for the $5. Says show should be called "What If Marvel Hired Grocery Baggers for their writers' room?" Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, look, I have
nothing
been in
wrong with being a
supermarkets
grocery bagger.
and grocery baggers have got a lot of talent because they can work out how to fit the fucking TARDIS in there, you know?
Yep. And the bag won't break.
Think it's well beyond them. I think that job's well beyond these people. Fucking hell.
Literally everyone has come up with a better story than what we're getting. It's ludicrous at this point.
I wouldn't hire one of these people to mop the floor of a fast food restaurant.
That's what they did with Peter Quill at the end of this.
Exactly.
So then I don't know. Fuck. Who cares? All this shit happens, and then
Who cares? My favorite 2 words right now in a word. Who cares?
Fucking Nebula double crosses everyone again. This was so stupid and like so Disney. I was like, man, you guys.
Her plan.
It was like you had me going for a second because I thought like maybe that they were gonna make it like so she's actually kind of badass and she is double crossing everyone. But of course you can't have that. You can't have any stakes. Chala was in on it all the time, and like they
Why couldn't you just
It was his plan.
Why couldn't you have had Nebula and T'Challa as a couple at the beginning of the whole thing? You know, he goes off, he gets kidnapped. Hey, kidnap me, okay, kid. It's not as if I actually got a job to do to get the right fucking person, but okay, let's go. And then when he's grown up, Nebula's part of the crew because the whole thing with Thanos and they're a couple, and then information comes to light about our planets are dying. There's a plea from a group of a federation. Our planets are dying. Our vegetation our resources have been mined by this corporation or that corporation. I kind of get a little bit of
the Skrulls or Kree are doing something, we desperately need the embers which are being held by the Collector.
And then you kind of turn it into that sort of a heist move. This stuff just wasted time. And then you could have had your I want to see my hoot. Way hey, that could have been a line. And then he says, "I've already seen it, darling."
I'm fucking dead. Shane, this line killed me. Oh my god.
No, I
200
actually like
watts-
that pitch as the other part too. That of a dynamic
do
you
too.
have is Thanos is Nebula's father. You could have a fun father to potential son-in-law dynamic and
Yeah.
butting heads between those two
Mhm.
in this adventure, as opposed to him being so subservient to T'Challa.
Yeah,
You
and
could have got rid of all this silliness, and that you could have used that to show the flashbacks to
they
when he was
could have
a
also
child
made
and
it
fleshed
so
that
like
out.
what if Thanos didn't kill everyone in like Nebula's family and everything? Like what if he's gonna be good, like make him actually good and like not had like their relationship made no sense. She was all like, he's
Well, I'm
still
taking it
getting killed
Gamora's
by
not here
planet.
because Gamora's still on her home planet with her parents because it
Probably.
wasn't invaded
'Cause it
by
wasn't
Thanos.
invaded
and
anymore.
yeah,
Mhm.
so that's why I'm guessing Gamora's not here.
Which means
Yeah.
T'Challa had to have convinced Thanos while he was still maybe 10 or 11 years of age.
Well, early doors, yeah.
Because
Early
Gamora's
doors.
like, what, 20? Or she looks like a full-grown woman, and then she's a child when Thanos sees her, and you got to kind of have to reconcile those ages.
Dude, they can't even reconcile a fucking necklace.
No, they cannot.
200 Watt Studios for $5 says, "Matt, no disrespect to grocery baggers. I appreciate their service." I
Oh, no,
didn't mean
no,
anything.
no.
Oh my god! And also again for another 5, he says, "I was just saying they hired the furthest thing from writers." And
No, we know,
agree.
dude. We know,
Yeah, it's all right.
we know. We're
Thank
just
you
saying,
for those
yeah.
super chats, though, man. Thank you. I really appreciate you.
Definitely no shade towards you.
Yeah, no, definitely not. We totally agree. I mean, this is a fucking shit show, man.
Terrible.
Oh my god.
Then they have to show us
Gotcha.
that he came up with the plan. It's like you just told us. Why are we having to go through
Yeah,
this
why
again?
do we have to see it?
This whole line though, what does he want in a word? You cha-cha.
You
Oh my
cha-cha.
god.
You
Oh my god.
cha-cha.
No. 7 of 9, 7 of 9.
The weird thing is, right, they've made 7 of 9 to be a femme fatale in this.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing in the whole show marries that. Nothing else synergizes with that era, with the femme fatale.
Yep.
With the Art Deco, it's not there. So it's so weird and out of place.
Mhm.
You mean like the hairstyle and everything?
The hairstyle, the
Yeah.
cha-cha, because it's kind of femme fatale, flirtatious.
The hiring of the character to help her achieve a goal, which has her own self-interest, like all that stuff. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It doesn't mesh with.
Yeah, it's kind of noir. This is noir.
Yeah.
And the rest of it is sci-fi, and it's not noir, and it's not even merging together.
I'm almost thinking if they just took Peggy Carter's hair from last episode and like stuck it onto her just to save money, because it kind of seems like they did that. I
And
don't
then
know.
just colored it blonde.
Yeah, and then just colored it blonde.
Well, color me blonde.
Because it's like literally the same hairstyle, almost. It's just like it's just flipped up a little bit. It's the only difference. There's a good shot of that. Let me see if I can quickly pull up a picture of Peggy Carter so we can like look at the difference. Peggy Carter hair. Oh, Peggy Carter.
What if? Yeah.
Pegging Carter.
Pegging Carter. Okay, here we go. It is kind of it's very similar. It's just like hers is kind of like just tied back. Let me just.
Well, it's a 40s style, that's for sure.
Yeah. I hate Google when you like try to click on something and they take you to like somebody's video and you're like, dude, I just wanted the picture.
Oh, the Google image tab has been bonkers for 5 years. In the old days, just clicked it and be like, that's the whole screen. There you are, focused on the image. And now it's all the way over to the right.
So there's that. There's the but when she had it down in some shots, I don't know if there's one. It was very similar.
A little roll at the end.
It's got a her roll is like turned in, the other one's an outie.
Oh, an innie and an outie.
There's an innie and then there's the outie. That's what's going on here. But it is. See, the thing is, it's done in 3D. This is not 2D. This is 3D, so it's definitely the same hair. This is the rendering. This fucked up. This is so fucking stupid.
At least the back portion's the same. Yeah, they just gave her the curl.
They did it to save money for sure.
Probably.
And 200 Watt Studios, thank you so much for the $5. Says Cha-Cha is this show's way of saying JL from Picard. Cringe and emasculating. What's JL? Sorry.
Jean-Luc.
Yeah, that's what Raffi said to Jean-Luc.
Yeah. Oh, see, I didn't watch Picard.
Which Picard would never allow.
No, never allow.
They seriously called him JL?
Yes.
She did.
She called him JL while she was still, I think, his second in command.
Yep. Which he would absolutely not. And I mean, you've probably seen it yourself, Script Doctor, the scene that was cut out from Nemesis.
Yes, with the new first officer.
The new first officer comes in. He says, "Oh, he likes informal to be informal.
Formality.
Call him Jean-Luc." And then they do it. They do the thing.
This is why Star Wars and Star Trek is dead to me now.
It's because people don't understand it. They don't read it. They don't read it. They don't watch it. They don't know the characters. As Kurtzman said, it's not about Star Trek anymore. It's about using it as a platform for our messages.
Yep.
It is.
And your messages are bigotry, intolerance, hatred, sexism, misandry, misogyny. So you can keep your messages.
Yeah, it's the same thing with the MCU now. It's all about the messages. It's not about
it's all about the messages, and there's no dwelling on what the episode was about. Like when you watch the old Star Trek, you could actually, after that hour, you could be like, okay, I can actually think about that episode and think about the characters and think about what their motivations and goals were. And you just take a moment to really digest what you've just seen. But in today's current internet meme culture, it's like you don't have time to digest. You go right on to the next, and you go right on to the next, and you go.
Everything is surface level.
Yeah,
There's
superficiality is the poison of good storytelling.
You watch Iron Man. You go back and you watch Iron Man sometime this week, and that is some of the best characterization you'll see in Marvel. It's absolutely incredible.
I've been meaning to go back and watch Iron Man because it's been a minute for me. Like I haven't watched it for years. Same thing with like the first Captain America, the first Avenger, Winter Soldier, like the really good ones. You know, I want to rewatch those to remind myself why I love this franchise. Because there was I watched Gary's review before this. And there was that really cool joke about the black light on the ship with Chris Pratt. And I was like, I was laughing my ass off because I forgot he said that. And I was like, holy shit, the MCU used to be funny. Like it actually, there was some really good shit in the MCU back in the day, man.
Because once upon a time, everyone used to have a sense of humor. And by everyone, I mean men and women, the two genders.
Yeah.
Used to have a sense of humor. And so, you could rib a sex joke in there without making it too dirty. I mean, that's a great sex joke that kids would be like, what?
It would be like, it would just go right over their head. Yeah.
And your parents would be like, don't worry about it. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah. Like in Iron Man 2, when they talk about how Leslie Bibb's character did a spread on Tony to refer to the one night stand they had before he was.
See, I've forgotten this shit. I need to watch that stuff just so I can remember that it was good.
Oh yeah, like Iron Man. Iron Man is one of the most impressive productions in town in the 21st century because they were rewriting that script as they were shooting it because Favreau and Downey weren't happy with the pages that they got, and they stuck to the core, which is that this is a redemption story and it's a Phoenix Rising story, and it's about betrayal of mentors, which is actually, I love a great story where a mentor ends up becoming the villain.
It's good classic storytelling.
Yeah. And they did it incredibly competently given all the obstacles that they faced. And that is one of the biggest flaws throughout the entirety of the MCU is most of the time the villains don't really feel as fleshed out to the heroes, and that kind of really changed with Infinity War and Thanos, like most prominently. But I mean, heck,
It's
you
the
started
rise of
off
identity politics, which has destroyed filmmaking.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's destroyed it. I mean, you watch a film from 10 years ago, you watch Iron Man, you think you're on a different planet, literally different fucking planet than you are on today. Iron Man 2, you've got the Iron Girls dancing away. Nowadays, they'd be going, that's sexist, that's demeaning to women. You can't have dancing girls. You know, it'd be like, I mean, when they came for models, when they came for like the F1 girls who were on the track that would hold the umbrellas to the drivers and the booth babes and all that sort of stuff, when all the far left women were going, this is sexist, this is demeaning to women. And people were getting so scared by, you know, oh no, I don't want to be seen as sexist. So they're saying, oh, we're no longer gonna have booth girls, we're no longer gonna have the F1 women on the, and the women were turning around going, you've just fucked us. You fucked us. We love these jobs. I got to travel the world. I got to meet interesting people, cool locations. And I was on the track, you know, holding an umbrella. It was amazing. And you've taken that away from me. Booth babes, you know, they were just like, yeah, we used to meet people, travel all around the place, yada, 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 yada. And it's just like, you're just fucking up because you want people to be as miserable as you are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what you want. Whereas people have a sense of humor. Men and women have a sense of humor. We can laugh at each other. We can rib each other. We can have a jokes at the expense of one another, and it's not a big deal. There's the reason why it was called for so many years the Battle of the Sexes, because we were always trying to one up each other.
Yeah,
You know,
that's part of the problem, though, is that
but
that reinforces the sexes as a thing.
Yes,
that's part of the problem.
Yes.
Good point, Jane.
Now it's Battle of the They Thems.
Oh my God,
the battle of the pronouns. Yeah.
I remember like the Battle of the Sexes, like the TV show, like when they had the game show. And that was a great show. I love that show. And now
I remember when referring to someone as it was an insult.
Right.
I remember that too. Don't
call me it. I'm Sir or Madam or Mr. or Mrs. or Ms. or Miss.
Women used to get insulted when you called their unborn baby in their stomach it. They were like, it's a she. And I'm like, girl, like, maybe it'll come out and it'll be a he. You don't know.
Yeah, the ultrasound can miss some things.
Should we call it it for now? Like, calm down. Megaback, thank you so much for the 5 says Chala's Star-Lord could make Galactus his herald just by giving him the Zoolander Magnum stare. Who's Galactus? I don't know. What?
Galactus, he's gonna be another character fucked.
Oh gosh.
Oh God. Do that stare again, please, Az. There you go.
I never noticed Az's eyes were so blue.
Oh yeah.
So beautiful. It's like there. There you go, duck face. And we had Mr. Bug, thank you so much for the $5, says, oh my God, reusing assets and models, sculpts. Am I watching the Marvel or opening up an action figure from Hasbro?
Ew. I wish I was opening up a.
Somebody said something really funny about Picard, and I missed it. Like they're gonna call him like J Lo 2000 or something. Like when he wakes up, I was like, what? Because he's apparently an android now, right?
He's an android. Yes,
Yep.
he's dead.
He's dead.
God.
And I don't think the show give a shit. They're just gonna pretend he's not.
There it is. Next season, Picard will come out as a black femme bot called JL0.
JLO.
JLO.
Dude, you gave
Nickname
him
him
an
Jello.
idea. This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen.
Bring me my Jello.
You heard it here first, folks.
My teeth fell out. I can't eat anything else. I need my Jello. Please bring me my Jello. I will apologize to as many women as you want me to.
Jello green hot. I don't know. Radio Man 1017, thank you so much for the $5. Says a story should have been that Thanos not snapping was dependent on them stealing the embers. Instead, tension. This was written by an 8-year-old.
That's a good one.
That's a good one,
Dude,
yeah.
That's
Instant
a good
tension.
one. Yeah.
Ticking clock stories are also great too.
Yeah, ticking
Yeah.
clock. Thanos is coming. He's, we have
He's got
no
3
resources. He's gonna
Yeah.
cull the planet.
He has
I like
3
this a
infinity gems already. If we can get the other one, if we get the embers before he completes the rest, we can save, Titan. We can save, whatever planet.
Oh, you
Prove
can
to him
say,
that
look,
he's strong.
Thanos, look, we have another way. We have the embers. We've got the embers from the collector. And then they restart the growth of the vegetation on the planets. They can sustain themselves. They can feed themselves.
We can
isn't
nurture
way.
the embers
this
to grow
doesn't have
more.
to be the way. Violence, death doesn't have to be the way. We can let life try and find a way. You can have all sorts of, little cliches, sure, but you could have all sorts of metaphysical stuff coming in there but fuck it.
Yeah, empathy is too hard to write for these
amazing.
people.
I'm black and I'm amazing.
200 Watt Studios for $2 says J-Lo on the down low French
Ooh.
style.
Oh.
Oh my.
Wait, hold on. J-Lo or JLO?
J.
J-Lo
Right,
meets
hold on. Am
JLO?
I fucking J-Lo or am I fucking Jean-Luc Picard here? I don't know which. Because there's one that I would be very keen to, and then there's J-Lo. I mean, sorry, there's one that I'd be very keen to, and then there's JLO. Sorry, my bad.
I don't know. I'm guessing if it was JLO, there would be like a dash or something. So I think this is the woman. I
We got to get through Ben Affleck now these days.
I know he's got
No,
his
he's
hand
back
is
for
on her
seconds.
ass, like never moving. Like
Wouldn't yours be?
no,
Yeah,
it
I know
would
mine
definitely,
would be.
definitely. Mine would be too.
Fuck. Let's just sit down.
I'll just be like,
flip over to your front. Can you read that book on your front, please? Thank you.
All I would say if I was in his position, I'd be like a glove. Just rest it on there like a glove.
Should have a
Yeah.
handprint, man.
oh my god, he says
That's
it's
a weird
Picard.
tan line to have in the morning, right?
Oh, he says it's
It's
Picard.
Picard. Wake up with Picard. Oh,
Oh,
my
no.
god. When I said I wanted J-Lo, this is not exactly what I had in mind.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. If you're a woman, I would apologize more, but you only get one for being a man. By the way, do you have any Jell-O? Because my teeth have fallen out.
I hate What If so much that we're talking about Picard.
And I hate Picard.
Oh God. Okay, this dude does some weird magic shit with glass.
How does that not cut his wrists open?
I don't
Right.
know. I was totally thinking about the same thing. I was like, how is his arms like not gushing blood? Or
Because he's amazing.
I don't. So like he doesn't bleed now. Like
Also, why doesn't he use the necklace to turn into Black Panther?
Yeah, it doesn't have a Black Panther. Does it have a Black Panther costume in it? Is it sure?
Well, the nanotech's in it, isn't it? The nanotech's in it, which causes the
Could be.
costume suit.
Yeah, could be. Yeah.
Oh my God, this was so fucking.
But that's the
stupid.
thing too. In this, I don't remember if it was right here or earlier, but he has an entire fight scene where he's behaving as if he's the Black Panther. It's like they forgot he wasn't
this is
trained
right-
to be.
After that, I think it's about here when he fights this dude.
Yeah,
when he
that's
fights
it.
this dude, he was all
Where
badass.
did
and
he
shit.
learn all this?
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
when did? Yeah, I.
He's human. He's
totally-
not alien. How's he bouncing around like a fucking crazy bitch?
Also, he hasn't drank the special plant
Right.
that gives him the
Yeah.
Black Panther power, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I was totally thinking the same thing, Jane, because I was like, I don't understand why he's fighting like he's actually Black Panther, because he's not Black Panther. This isn't Black Panther in space. This is T'Challa in
T'Challa,
space.
yeah.
Like, so he's not Black Panther. He hasn't been trained. The most training he's got, it's with this band of,
Ravagers, yeah.
Ravagers.
Bunch of
who-
hooligans. He
who
may know how
think-
to street fight, but that's it.
That's it. I mean, that's what you would think. And then I don't know. Yeah, we've been talking about the magical necklace that came out of nowhere. Yeah, it's
Materialized out of thin air.
fuck. I don't know.
A wizard did it.
Magic. Oh Lord! And then this dude shows off a bunch of shit,
And you mean,
including Captain
Star-Lord?
America's shield. There it is for everybody who missed
Thor's
it.
hammer. And
Thor's hammer is there.
Mjolnir, yeah.
A bunch of weapons.
Oh.
This dude shows off this fucking dagger and a bunch of other shit, including this chick's what's it called? Helmet.
Yep.
The
Oh,
woman
that
had taste.
Of course she did.
Of course she did. Hers was the
sound-
best weapon in the bunch.
I mean, this is such a gay line. Like,
Hello,
this is,
do you know what you're reviewing?
I was like, this guy sounds
It's Marvel.
so gay.
Everything's gay.
I know.
Also, his
Technically
anatomy on his
cross-dressing right
torso is
now.
wrong. The torso anatomy is wrong. The belly button should be a little bit lower, because where his hips and waist are, that's not where it would be. Even
Oh
on
my
Alien.
goodness, you're so alienist.
I totally am. Screw those
God
aliens.
damn it, script
This is
doctor.
Earth, damn it.
My God. I mean, he doesn't even have nipples. Oh, wait, he does.
Yep. I have two.
They're just
Wow.
way far apart.
Wow. What the fuck? Wait, his nipples moved. Now they're here. Like, why are they like by
'Cause
his
he's-
armpit?
He's doing that with his arm, so his nipples.
What the fuck?
They maneuver so that they can always be shown, I guess.
Okay. 200 Watt Studios for $5 says computer and program. Picard. I'm not a computer. I'm a man. I'm a mandroid. Let's engage. Oh no.
Mandroid.
Oh
Let's engage.
God. Can you say this? Please, as in Picard's voice.
Computer and program. I am not a computer. I'm a mandroid. Oh no! Wait. Computer. If he's saying it all.
Someone else
Wait,
is saying, I guess,
something-
computer
yeah.
and program. Yeah.
Yeah, the computer says I'm not a computer.
Computer and program. I am not a computer. I'm a mandroid. Let's engage.
I know. I keep thinking about it. Here's the thing, especially when it comes to the animation, this shit drives me nuts, man, because Disney was famous for their, I don't know, animation studio. I mean, this is freaking straight up trash. Okay. Like, I don't know what they're doing. They fired all their good artists, and now this is unacceptable. This is unacceptable when it comes
Well,
to
they don't want to
Disney
pay
animation.
anyone, so maybe they all quit.
They did, and they fired the old school people. So T'Challa, aka Black Panther in space, is fighting this dude. These guys come there, they start fighting. They own Thanos at some point. Oh yeah, Thanos stays back and starts fighting. He's like sacrificing himself for them because he's.
But Nebula has to come back and save the day.
Yeah. Actually, he technically, yeah. What's the rule in the in the Marvel comics that if you're the last of your species, you're an eternal and cannot die? Is that one of the things, if I'm remembering correctly?
That's a thing. I didn't know that.
Well, Thanos is an eternal, so
Yeah.
with the deviant gene.
Is this dude an eternal? Because he bested him.
No, he's just got his face smashed in.
Okay. This guy, he's doing more shit. Then Yondo shows up with his magic arrow, which I do love. I do love the magic arrow. And then he breaks it. And I was like, no! This was probably the biggest loss in this episode. The breaking of this arrow was probably the only loss, actually. Like, nothing else happened. Nobody died. There was no love lost between anyone except for this poor arrow that got broken. Then Nebula comes and saves Thanos, and then she like opens this thing long enough for like 4 or 5 spores.
That's the embers that she's putting into
Yeah,
his mouth.
the embers goes into this dude's mouth.
Just a couple, keep
Just
them
a
going.
couple.
Couple of
Because-
flakes.
Because she kept it open long enough for like just like a couple of flakes to go into his mouth, not like the
I'll have a
entire
couple of
thing.
flakes to go, please.
His
Hold the
face.
mayo.
And this guy's like, fuck.
Now I am Groot.
This reminds me of that "don't you put it in your mouth" thing we saw last week.
Oh my
Oh my
god,
God.
that's true. It is the don't you put it in your mouth. Oh God.
Ladies.
Now I want someone to make like a meme with that script doctor. Like, don't you put it in your mouth. Don't you put it in your mouth. And like, it's like this dude's being like, oh no.
I'm going to put it in your mouth.
So I guess Groot did show up. He's that tree. No, that's not true. I love Groot, and he wasn't in this episode. I was very upset. Oh yeah, this dude got punched
T'Challa
in
took
the
it in the
face.
shoulder. That's life threatening.
Ah, yeah, I forgot about that. So dangerous. And then he comes
And then
and
punches him with the
injured arm.
With the injured
Yeah.
arm.
with the injured arm. You're right. Oh God,
Like,
I
what is
forgot. I did.
happening?
I missed this the first time that it was the injured arm.
Hey,
Oh my-
T'Challa, guess what? You got guns.
Yeah, they're right
You
there.
got guns right there, dude.
Right there.
Right there. Right there.
They're elemental guns. They can do lightning, frost, fire.
Dude, like some when I break this stuff down with you guys, it gets worse for me, you guys. Fuck. I didn't even realize that. Then they whatever.
Then they have their inside joke plan because
Oh yeah,
gotta
the
have one of
inside
those.
joke. Yeah, the inside joke plan between kidnapper and kidnappee. Poor kid. Freaking got traumatized. God knows what that guy did to him on that ship. Then they lock this guy up in this thing, and then the best line of the whole thing happened. It's karma. He said some shit about, oh no, it's karma. Wait, can I freeze it on that line? Nah, of course not. Let's see. I took care of all of you. Oh, karma. There it is. God. What a
You can still
fucking
probably
mess.
kill them all.
Yeah, and he is the collector. Yeah.
Then all this happens. This nowhere place becomes a freaking planet.
Chia
looking
pet
thing.
in space. Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
Chia
much.
pet in space. Yeah. She's like Captain Leia for a minute, or I mean, Leia from Star Wars for a minute. Yay! They rescued
get the
the
doggy.
doggy. Yeah.
Those, yeah.
It's weird that in the Wakanda seats for the spaceship, you have to be in a meditative position.
Yeah, considering you got to
yeah.
fly.
Oh my God.
It's
19K
I'm
bucks.
so fucking zen, man.
He hasn't even taken the magic African herb, so he's just a regular
Yeah.
Still no medical treatment.
E. Clay says guns are bad. That's true.
Guns are
bad.
bad. Okay.
Those are fantasy guns.
Guns are bad.
Yeah, but they're masculine. The patriarchy.
Oh my god. Down with the patriarchy.
Why does this dog still have a fucking?
Maybe it's the thing that's keeping him alive for so many years. Because
Yeah,
that dog should have been dead decades ago.
Yeah, 60 years. Yeah.
Oh really? Oh shit.
Yeah, that dog went into space like 62 or something.
That's the Russian
63?
dog they threw into space
Yeah.
in what, 57,
Is it
58?
57. Oh my god, yeah, there you go.
Because Sputnik was 57, right? And then the following year, I think they threw put the dog up there, which is
So yeah, it's six decades out of touch, you know.
Yeah, that was me. I said drugs are bad, okay, but instead I said guns. Guns are bad. Okay. Yeah, this poor doggy. That's all I cared about in this episode.
Yeah, they take out the helmet off. It just goes, just turns into dust.
At least there'll be some consequences.
Well, that dog's going to be mortal now because it's away from the collectors.
Oh,
stasis
God.
device or whatever.
Stasis boxes or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna die now. Way to go, T'Challa.
Hey, we all gonna go sometime.
That's true.
That dog's gone way beyond life. It's normal life.
Okay, and this is when they go back to Wakanda with Thanos. Just they all just show up. His mom's like just sitting there. Doesn't say a fucking word.
Doesn't say a word.
No.
Like, what are you
The
Neither
sister
does
doesn't say
Shuri?
shit either. I
Shuri
think
doesn't
that's-
say anything.
yeah, I think
they
that's
complete.
Shuri,
They
right?
try to do a father-son thing, but they really just missed the mark completely in this.
Dude, that was fucked up. Because I would have been like, you kidnapped my son, arrest him. Let me introduce
Kill them
you to the
all.
family I made along the way. No, they're kidnappers, dude.
Along what way? You were taken.
They kidnapped your ass. You are a fucking victim of child abuse and child kidnapping. You poor, poor man. And then he's all, oh, I'm pleased to meet you, sir. Your son is a galactic hero.
This
Yay!
is insane.
Oh, and then they make more fun about fucking Thanos.
Thanos' theory. Yeah.
Yeah, of genocide.
The
And
dog's got his thing down now, at least.
oh yeah,
Ooh,
it's
getting some
gone
fresh
now.
air.
Because he's back
Yeah.
on Earth, and that's oh my god, I don't fuck.
You don't fuck. Okay. Well, frigid.
Oh my god. Yeah. So Thanos is hanging out with the dog. If you really want to put a label on it, I don't know what this is about. Something about labels. All right.
I guess with the, yeah.
Oh, because he's like talking about
relationship.
T'Challa being best friends with him. Oh God, this guy's such a
That's
loser.
so weird.
Wow.
Creepy.
It's so funny. Ah.
Oh yeah, jump points are the best. They make your face all scrumbly, but
Sorry.
no, that's all good. Oh, I'm still wondering how exactly my son came to be in your spaceship.
They're just now having this conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, now he's using the same glasses before, but Wakanda doesn't have holes in the table.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yep. There it is.
Well,
Oh my God, you're right. There's no hold. How is this fucking drink standing
He's
on
gonna have to
this
smash
table?
that right
He's
in
gonna
the
hold it. He's
table.
just gonna have to hold it, isn't he?
Yeah,
But
or
she- but
jam it
he's
into the
got the
table, but it's
same
probably
one.
vibranium, so it's not going to do anything. Right?
Oh my God. And he's got the same one, and it's like just sitting there. Mind you, it could be just, I guess he's probably holding it.
It's a hover.
What
It's
the
a hover
fuck?
champagne glass. It'll hover over any surface, so you can never
Oh,
tip over.
wait,
and
hold
fall.
on. This is the weird thing, right?
Yep.
They say, "Hey, do you want a drink, Yondu?" And he says, "Yes, please." And then he says, "Okay." And they go, "Oh, wait, no, we're gonna go back to this bar that we know in the middle of space and just get some glasses and bring them back."
I think they probably had it on their spaceship. No, I don't know. They probably get drunk.
They were using them at a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
Maybe maybe they have a little bit of pirate in them, and they stole the glasses in the pitcher that they were drinking.
Maybe.
Maybe
It's
they
still-
stole it to give
But
it
then
to
they
like
go,
the unfortunate
"Excuse
people
me,
of Earth.
no, I won't take that champagne glass. Let me go back to my spaceship to get my special fluted, non-based glassware that can't hold up on your tables." Okay. I'm gonna get them for everyone.
Here's a gift. Here's my gift to you for kidnapping your son.
yeah.
Here's a wine glass. set.
Partially completed champagne glasses. That's what they are. Yeah.
I'm gonna spit all over your table now.
Funny story. You see, I took this job. Oh God. Anyways, they're family. They live happily ever after. Or not, because then this dude fucking shows up to this poor bastard's work. And guess what? It's Peter Quill. Sorry, we're closed.
Works at the Dairy Queen. Okay.
Yeah.
His daddy. Too bad this might spell the end of the world. The end.
So it was all for nothing. Oh, great.
Well, they said
mean,
might there.
That's true. They did say might.
Remember, T'Challa's on Earth now, so he could probably stop this because he's going to get some sort of like Wakanda sense that that Earth's in danger.
Somebody said in the chat, they said, "How is this a problem? Stop nitpicking." Right. Okay. This is nitpicking, right? You turn up at a fucking event, right? And they hand you a glass of drink and you go, "No, I'm not going to take your glass of drink. I'm going to go back to my own house and get my own glassware, come back and pour it into that glassware so I can use it at this event. That's not nitpicking. It's fucking retarded.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
Nitpicking would be like the width of the mustache on Kurt Russell here is far too wide.
Yeah. His eyes turning white. Why would he show that immediately? Why wouldn't he just like try and gain his trust first? That's nitpicking. This is absolutely fucking. This is stupid.
This is them forgetting what's happening in the story they're telling presently.
Yeah, they don't even know where they are.
I mean, this is this is not nitpicking. This is ridiculous. Like, I mean, look, you have other glasses here, but why would they have those weird, like, the ones they had at the bar here? Like that, this makes no sense.
And why are the guards
It shows lack of care. It shows lack of attention being put to your product. You're just getting out. You're smashing it out. You're not even giving. I mean, the writing of this was fucking abysmal. So it shows that they don't really give two fucking shits.
Look, he's wearing. So basically, they copied the models from the bar scene and then recomposited them into this one.
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
Of course, you know what would have been really cool if you had those champagne glasses is if as you went to put it towards the table, the stem would then unfurl kind of like an umbrella, and it would create a thing for you, and it would be on and off every time you picked it up and put it down. Because that would be cool. Because that's kind of futuristic. It's like an anti-spill champagne thing.
Or
no,
they hover. Like if they even hovered a little bit or something, you could be like, oh, they're like cool like hover glasses or whatever. I don't know, fucking anything. I was probably
nitpicking about the necklace. The necklace is just nitpicking. I mean, so what? He didn't have it as a kid. And
it's like they don't have anyone to go back and review this. They don't have anyone to look at it and say, you know what, that doesn't actually make sense. Maybe we should fix it or provide explanation.
Yeah, Billy says some nits require
picking. The necklace as a kid. How does somebody not say that? Look, you notice as a kid when he's been kidnapped, he doesn't have the necklace, and suddenly as an adult, he's got the necklace.
Don't worry about it. They won't notice.
How do we put the necklace on him? We fuck it. Do you know what I said?
They're never gonna know.
Fuck it. Don't worry about it. Fuck it. Don't matter.
They won't.
We don't care. We don't care.
We have a deadline to reach.
Yeah.
Screw it.
Fuck it.
Actually, that's a common phrase on TV during like the actual shoot production. If something screws up, it's like, we just have to make the day. It doesn't matter if it makes sense. We'll figure it out later. It's like, no, you won't.
We'll figure it out on the editing floor.
Yeah.
What the fuck is up with his beard? It's like a bunch of shading.
Yeah,
he's stubble.
Yeah, but it's not.
It's 5 o'clock
See,
shadow.
I'm nitpicking now. This looks like shit.
That's nitpicking.
Yeah, this looks like shit. There you go. That's a nitpick. At least this guy's got proper hair.
Interesting. They got Kurt Russell, but they couldn't get Chris Pratt.
Oh, you wonder why they turned him into a fucking this.
Idiot.
Well, I mean, well, I'm not going to defend the decision of having him working at Dairy Queen, but one of the things that I enjoyed about Guardians of the Galaxy is the fact that Star Lord, the Chris Pratt character, is a pathetic guy who has to kind of rise to the occasion finally after kind of bouncing around aimlessly.
I wouldn't call working at Dairy Queen pathetic at all. In actual fact, I think they fucked up. They've gone, haha, we're going to give him a demeaning fast food job or whatever.
Yeah, as opposed to
and they don't. Hello, do you know how many people work their fucking asses off?
Yeah,
in these type of places to earn money to go to the cinema to watch your fucking films. Exactly. So you think you're demeaning Peter Quill here by putting him in a fast food joint? No, you're showing him as an everyman.
Yeah, he could be also manager too. He send all of his staff home. Says, no, I'll clean up. Don't worry, guys.
Yeah, exactly. It's Hollywood.
But you know what they're trying
That's
to.
exactly what it is.
Yeah.
But that's exactly what they're trying to imply here. Is that he's a loser and he works at a Dairy Queen. It's like, no, that's not a loser job. That's someone without an ego who's willing to.
At least he's working. Like, he's not a loser. He's just like,
he's got a job. Yeah.
Hey, my first job was this stuff.
Me too. Mine was in McDonald's. I worked
in restaurants. They were fun.
I was working in fast food places, dishwashing, tills, and it is hard fucking work, and it's long hours.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's it, you guys. that I really did think at the final scene that like basically it's gonna go into the next episode and we're gonna see like Peter's side, but I guess that's
No,
not true.
no,
So like the
mm-mm.
next episode's gonna be something totally different.
That would have made too much sense.
I know that would have. I wonder if they
Again,
are
you're
gonna do.
expecting too much from them.
I wonder if they are gonna do one for Peter Quill though. I don't know. I don't think they
I
are.
doubt it.
But
No.
But yeah.
Yeah, they've
imagine-
got they have 2 months of this essentially, so they've got
9
8 more.
episodes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stephen Otten for $5 says, this is the reason I have lost respect for Disney Marvel. If they're not going to pay attention to the mythology they've created, then why should I? That's it. That's a very good question. And this is what that's why I'm saying that it's just really confusing for normies. Like it's just becoming way too like it just makes no sense
It's
like
too
anymore.
complicated.
It's too complicated and it makes no sense at all. Like I'm just like, okay, like I mean I'm along for the ride, but nothing makes sense. I'm just like, okay. They've taken that like suspend your disbelief or thing, whatever thing, like way too to the other side. Like you really have to just completely disconnect from everything you know. So we've already kind of shared with everybody our overall thoughts. I did want to get you guys point of view on a couple things before we head out. One was my own tweet earlier about another kind of what if. What if Rey from Star Wars
Oh, hello.
Oh no.
looked a little different than the Rey that we got? Like, what if that happened? Hold on. Let me find the post. Actually, God, I hate that I do this all the time. I open up tabs on Twitter and then I press a button like it goes to like, you know, your
It's
own
your
home
tweet.
feed. Goes to your like home feed and then you're like, oh man, like
Just click on the media tab. That
Just go
should show
to,
up
go to
any of the photos.
profile and then go to tweet or tweet replies. It's much easier.
Mhm.
that's true.
Or media if
Isn't
you
it?
have a photo or video. That will.
Yeah, it's his media. So go to your media tab because then he'll be in there.
Thank you, Az. You're so smart.
Well, actually, that was script
And
doctor.
script
Said about the
doctor.
media tab.
There we go.
It's
I found
a
it.
team effort. It's okay.
It's a team effort. Thank you, guys. Okay, here we go. So, what if Rey looked like this in the movies?
Look at
She'd
them
sweat less.
cha-chas.
Ooh,
Has she got knickers? She hasn't even got knickknacks on.
she does.
Oh, she does. Okay.
Yeah, you have to kind of zoom in to see it, but they're like
Okay.
skin colored.
All right.
But
okay.
she's
Oh,
definitely wearing
Okay.
them.
I thought that was Shadow, you see.
No, she's got knickers on.
She's the force is with her
Yeah.
in a couple of places.
I don't think she'd have to go scavenging much.
No.
No.
Make a
not at
living.
all.
Mm. You know, I got a lot of comments like she'll have sunburns, and I was like, you know, they got suntan lotion in like the galaxy far, far away. I don't think she's gonna get sunburns at all. I mean, it's not
I think
that.
she'd be as tanned as Luke was on Tatooine growing up that way, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like rocket science to put on some suntan lotion.
Heck,
I
the
don't think
ozone layer
she-
might be pretty strong on that desert world. We don't know.
I
There
don't
you
think she
go.
would have had any issues with Kylo.
Nah. I had one comment. I think it was Mads Mama Bear said in the movie she would have been calling Finn's name. I was like, damn.
Mads.
Woo. But I think like the entire like the thread is basically like, well, if she looked like that, it wouldn't matter that Disney Star Wars sucked so bad. That's basically what the what the
I
consensus.
think milk sales
was.
would go up after watching this.
Oh my!
She
Wow.
would. I mean, if she ran, let's just be honest, things are gonna pop out.
Yeah.
That's true.
She wouldn't have had
Oh,
to run,
is
though.
this an actual? Is this a porno?
No,
Probably
Okay.
cosplay.
it was a cosplay. I saw it on Instagram, And usually I credit whoever the person is, but this was some random person that had taken this picture from someone else and had
Okay.
reposted it. So I didn't know who the cosplayer was, so I couldn't repost the cosplayer's name. But the other thing that came out actually a couple days ago now, before we go, because it's also Marvel news, and I wanted to get your thoughts on it, is that Kevin Feige is given an update about Deadpool 3.
Okay.
So Marvel Studios boss Kevin Feige offers some news and updates about Deadpool 3, also confirming that they have released a date in mind for the trequel. So what he said was Marvel fans were thrilled when the news broke that Disney was in the process of acquiring Fox TV. That's not true at all.
That is very much not true.
That is a complete lie. And movie assets, as it meant that the X-Men, including the Merc
The
with
first
the
thing
mouth,
they said was, "There goes the R rating."
exactly, are finally joining the MCU. Now Ryan Reynolds' third outing as Wade Wilson is already being developed at Marvel Studios, with the trequel confirmed to be the franchise's first R-rated movie. So that Deadpool 3
how long
will
that lasts. Yeah.
Well, I was
Yeah.
going to say I'd like to see what a Disney R-rated movie looks like.
Deadpool 3 will have an almost entirely new creative team with Paul Wernick and Rhett Reese, who penned the first two movies out. They have been replaced by Bob Burgers' writers Wendy Molinex and Lizzie
Jesus
Molinex
fucking Christ.
Loughlin.
But why?
So sisters, one that's recently been married.
I
Yeah.
guess.
Or are they? Oh, wait. Or are they married?
But why would only one have the hyphenation name of the other? Loughlin.
Because
Wouldn't it be Loughlin Molyneux if
one's
they were both
masculine and one's gone. Oh no, sorry, it's the wrong way around. If it was the yeah, sorry. If it
I
was,
mean, no, look,
if
that'd
it was
be also
Loughlin
weird too.
Molyneux, if it was Loughlin Molyneux, then that would have made sense. But no, it's the sisters.
No, you're also onto something too with regards to all the craziness of the genders. Maybe they're like,
Went
well, no,
there as
I'm going to put the Molyneux first, and then the log line would be my maiden name after.
Is
Oh
this
my
the
God.
real concern here? For fuck's sake.
Now, to the person before, this is nitpicking. Learn the difference. This is nitpicking.
Oh my God. I'm with you there, man, Steven, for fuck's sakes. Okay.
Paul and Red are out. Wendy and Lizzie are in.
It's all, and it's no disrespect, obviously, to the current company, but it's just all women. And look where the fucking thing is at the moment. It's all in a shitter.
I do love Bob's Burgers, but I don't know if it's
For
gonna
Deadpool, though?
Yeah, for Deadpool,
yeah.
I don't know if that's gonna translate well. I don't know.
You've got to right. Okay, you know how they say, "Oh, females need to write female characters." This is a male character. Give it to a male.
I agree.
But
Give
that's
us the
the
male
role you're
humor.
giving us, yeah.
Give us the male humor. Don't give us your Deadpool's the feminist humor. Okay.
Oh no,
Is
they're
it
probably
gonna
going to
happen?
introduce Gwenpool then.
Oh God.
No, great.
Scrib, can you please stop giving them ideas for the love of fucking God?
It's
no
called
director-
sabotage for a reason, Nina.
So it's going to be a bait and switch.
Oh, I hope not.
Maybe. So
Oh.
the article goes on to say no director is attached to the trequel thus far, with Deadpool 2 helmer David Leitch seemingly also not returning. That said, as with the predecessors, Ryan Reynolds will only reprise his role as the potty-mouthed anti-hero. He will continue to be the primary creative force behind the upcoming project. That kind of bodes well because Ryan Reynolds does have a really good sense of humor. While plot details are still unavailable this early in the process, the MCU architect is revealing that work on the flick story is in full swing. During the interview with Comic Book, while promoting MCU's latest film, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Forgotten Rings that nobody cares about.
And bracelets, yeah.
Bracelets, thank you. Feige shared that Reynolds, with writers, these people are
Molyneux Logan.
Thank you. Are currently busy cracking the story for Deadpool 3. When asked if Marvel Studios already has an idea when the movie might roll out, the producer confirmed that's already been slotted, although he won't give an indication when that might be. we do, and the script is in the works, and Ryan is working very hard on it with our writers as we speak. That's basically the lowdown.
2023. Probably.
That's the MCU
Yeah,
story
2023,
group.
2024, he reckons. Yeah.
And but that they said the same thing, kind of like about Black Widow, about 50 times. So I don't really know.
Well,
how that's gonna
in all
go.
fairness to Black Widow, it was the coof that got in the way of that release.
Yeah, but
So-
the coof might get in the way of this one as well, because we don't know how many shutdowns they're gonna have and reshut downs, and
Well, then you just got to blow up your own government, haven't you? Because that's the only thing that's stopping people from getting on with their lives right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah. So that's it. So what do you think though? As you think it's gonna be rated R?
I like I said, I'd be very interested to see what a Disney R-rated movie is. I'm pretty sure he'll still have constraints to work to. I'm pretty sure that they're going to put certain stipulations on various jokes that he can and cannot tell, which is always going to be creatively stifling. Why not just give it to Ryan Reynolds to write? You know, the Bob's Burger introduction of the two women. Why?
I don't know. Why wouldn't they just give it to him to
not
write? Is it because he's not a writer? I don't know.
No,
he's
I mean,
not
he did
really a
lot of the
writer,
first
but he's quite good at advertising, so he knows to do stuff in small quantities and effectively. So like,
But
if
he
he
had
has
huge input to the first Deadpool. Huge.
Yeah,
input to
absolutely.
the first Deadpool. But I mean, I know it's, you know, call it sexist. I don't care. But I'm just so superstitious. I'm just so suspicious of this new Phase 4, and it's all women with no fucking body of work behind them, writing and directing and producing. And to me, Phase 4 so far has been nothing but a mitigated failure. Marvel films have lost their soul. They've lost their true humor. They've lost the characters. The characters don't appear to be acting like the characters that we've known before. And where are we going? We're going into a whole realm of comics which have failed. You know, we're going into Ironheart, failed. We're going into Hawkeye,
Marvel.
Kate Bishop, failed. Ms. Marvel, failed. Captain Marvel, failed. She-Hulk, failed. And more. There's plenty more which I'm not even mentioning here. And these are all failed comics time and again. And the reason why they want to do it is because they want to put that character onto the silver screen, and they want to, you know, get it cemented now as part of the MCU. And now you got the legacy of the multiverse, so you can do anything and nothing matters anymore.
You think they're
can
gonna
have your
do
Black
Lady
Spider-Man,
Deadpool?
you can have your gay Superman. Fuck it, Marvel will buy that. You know, you can have your whatever you want now. They'll just come thick and fast, and nothing's gonna mean shit anymore. And all the characters, all the people that you invested in and you loved, your Tony Starks and your Steve Rogerses and all that kind of stuff, they're gone. They're not like, even Black Widow wasn't anything like she was in the other films at all.
She wasn't like anything at all like the Black Widow I fell in love with, and I'm a girl saying that. Like it's kind of crazy.
Well,
I mean,
it's a consequence of oversaturation where it's an oversaturation of diversity. Essentially, everything is just so much done to the point where it doesn't resonate because it's just there's nothing special.
It doesn't resonate because people aren't stupid, and that's what they treating people like absolute morons. And it's like, oh, it's so important going forward that we have diversity. What has a person's fucking color got to do with the fucking tight script? Nothing.
well, you can tell.
The script's got to be tight before anything fucking happens.
You can
Yes,
bet your ass there's not going to be any sexual jokes in this. Like,
No.
you know, him having sex with his wife or whatever. Like, he's not going to be making any more dick jokes or anything
They're
like
never
that.
going to do a "Dear God, it's me, Margaret" joke, which was quite funny in that.
It was. I really enjoyed the first two Deadpools, like the sense of humor that they had. So it's terrible, man. It's terrible because earlier I was thinking about Blade too, because Blade is also Disney now, and I was like, oh, Disney is gonna.
But that is PG.
Ruin. Yeah, that's PG, and I'm like, this is gonna be ruined. Like absolutely ruined. And then now they got Deadpool. So like, what are they gonna do with Deadpool? Like I don't know. It just doesn't bode well.
I think Script Doctor might be on something. I think I wouldn't in the least bit be surprised if we suddenly saw Gwenpool turn up in it, and it's Deadpool and Gwenpool.
Yeah.
What do you want to bet that's going to be played by Ryan Reynolds' current wife?
Blake Lively.
Lively,
Blake
yeah.
Lively, yeah. Because she has the same sense of humor as Ryan. That's why
She
they
does.
got together.
She's hot. Blake's
She's very
hot.
hot.
She's
Yeah.
also really good as an actor. Like she was in this movie where she was stuck on a water buoy and had to fight off a shark, and I'm like, I was entertained actually.
Oh yeah.
She was in
I
Gossip
saw
Girl.
that. I saw
I
that.
love
Yeah.
I
her.
like her as an actress. I
Yeah,
just
me
don't
too.
like that they're
There was lots
switching
of
all
ass
of the
shots in there,
characters
it's
to
great.
female.
There's that as well. Yes.
Jane, what did you say? You don't like what?
Sorry.
I know. I think she's a good actress. I've followed her career. I enjoy watching her on screen, but I don't like this pattern of switching all of the male characters to female characters that they're doing.
Well,
It's
it
not
screams of
creative.
desperation.
It could be funny if they treat both characters with the same reverence, but
Absolutely, yeah.
it's Marvel.
Ugh, it's Marvel.
Well,
Ugh.
to be more precisely, it's Disney Marvel.
It's Disney Marvel.
Disney
Yeah.
Marvel.
Because
They're ruining
you can actually
everything.
track now. We have the timeline where you can track to see the exact turn of when Marvel stopped becoming Marvel and became Disney Marvel, and it's very shortly after the Avengers.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
See, as a normie, can someone explain this to me? Like, what is the difference between Gwenpool and Lady Deadpool? What is that?
So Gwenpool is Gwen Stacy from the
Okay.
Spider-Man part of the
From
universe, who
Spider-Man.
has somehow become a Deadpool-ish with her powers. And Lady Deadpool is still Wade Wilson, but just female.
Oh
another multiverse.
no! Are you serious? It's like Lady Loki or whatever. Oh.
Oh yeah, it's very much like
Oh,
Lady
man.
Loki.
Well, X-23 is now called Wolverine in the comics.
No, well, that's just bullshit. Because
I
she
know
was
it is.
X-23. That's bullshit. And
I
that was
know,
like
I
his
know.
daughter. Like,
But
it
it's
was
so
his-
insulting. Like you can't let her have her own identity. That
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a conflation of the legacy, because this is the same issue I kind of had when Batman Beyond came out. It's like, wait, Bruce Wayne doesn't get to be Batman. It's this Terry teenager dude.
Terry
it's-
McGinnis, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Terry McGinnis. And even
300
though they had
years
some
knows
pretty
what's up.
cool stories, and I like the relationship to it, it's like, well, I know what they're doing here, and it just seems kind of weird that they're that's how they're treating the legacy of those types of things. And it's like, okay, we'll take that template, we'll just copy it over for everyone.
Mhm.
Because now that we have this Miss Marvel show coming out, and my heart is breaking because the actress who's playing the lead role, she's going to get dumped on.
Oh no.
Probably.
And
I
she
saw
doesn't
the
deserve
pictures
that.
coming out. What that
She's
looked
just,
like
she's just a
crap.
summer Amonot self-insert. That's all she is.
Yep.
Oh my god.
And I don't
Well-
think a young actor coming up, especially getting a role like this prominent, should be, treated that way. It's just
Well, I
like,
mean,
yeah.
we saw what
It's
happened
been
with
written
the
by
actors.
Bisha K. Ali as well.
oh
who's
yeah,
a
that's a huge
political
problem.
comedian. Basically, she's a racist and a misandrist.
Yep.
That
That's
poor
what she
girl.
is.
But look at the kids from Game of Thrones. I mean, we saw what happened to them as a result of bad storytelling and destroying a franchise that everyone loved. Unfortunately, they got sort of the raw deal in it, but
Mhm.
I don't know
Her
what to
and the
tell
girl
you.
that's playing Supergirl now, like the new Supergirl.
Mm.
Oh my god, they like that. They're trash her too. That she looks like fucking absolute crap in that movie. I was like, like
They
the
made her
Flash.
look that way. They turned her into a boy.
I know. That's what I'm saying. She looks like shit. That's what they're gonna do to this poor Marvel girl too. Is like they're gonna make her look like crap, and then they're
I mean,
gonna
this
be
is
like,
this is a Tom Taylor, I believe, a Tom Taylor iteration of Supergirl, a variation. Again, it's a modern thing.
Mhm.
It's a modern thing, and it's Tom Taylor, so I don't care if he gets fucked up because Tom Taylor's a massive prick.
Yeah, I haven't read any current comics since 2006. So I've been reading
I
stuff
know
before
nothing
then.
about it. I just know that poor girl looks ugly as shit now.
Well,
Poor girl.
the other part too, and this is the frustrating aspect with Hollywood, is just the way costume designers approach doing the
Mhm.
superhero costumes. They're using these like plastic type of muscle inserts. So like that's what you see on the abs for the Supergirl. They use the same thing for Tyler Hoechlin in
Mhm.
Superman and Lois. If you take a look at his biceps and his chest and abs, like he's got an actual good body underneath that suit, and they don't need to do that, but they do
Yeah.
because
Well, he's lean. Tyler Hoechlin's actually very lean.
he's very lean, but he's got like very defined.
Yeah,
muscles
he's
within, yeah.
defined, sure, but when they put, they're trying to bulk
Beef him up,
because the other actors who, so they're trying to actually make him look bigger than he actually is. But he's very muscular and he's very defined, But yeah, just think, you know, if you saw him like now in the room, you'd be like, oh, he's like trim as fuck. You know, you wouldn't be like, he's fucking beefcake like Henry Cavill. No, he's very trim.
He is Berlanti favorable. That's what some of us call it.
Berlanti adjacent. Yeah, well,
Berlanti favorable means it's muscular but kind of dainty.
That's right. So for the female gaze, absolutely. Speaking of the female gaze, and I'm not going to totally go into this. I just saw last night. I was like on Netflix, and I saw Jason Momoa has a new movie, and I was like,
Ooh.
Jason Momoa's got a new movie. Clicking on this, God, that movie was trash. I can't even. I was like, fuck, man. I really didn't like that movie. It was fucking bad. I was like, why?
Did you watch it for the story, though? Really?
No.
Does anyone?
No.
Did you watch it for the story?
Let's be honest.
I didn't. I mean, I was really hoping that the story part would be a bonus, Jane, but I didn't get the bonus. But on that note, thank you guys so very much for joining me tonight, especially you, Az. Thank you so much for being a guest on my channel and being here tonight.
Thank
I know
you for having me again.
Very long night and day. So I hope you join us again next week and any other time. You always have an open invitation here. Please tell everyone where they can find you.
You can find me here on YouTube, HeelvsBabyface. This Twitter handle is run by my manager, so you can find me over there on Twitter. I mean, they'll relate the messages, of course. So you can catch me there. Instagram, Heel_versus_babyface for Insta. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thank you. And I just
Friday Night Tights on a Friday, baby.
Yes. Of course. There's a small channel he hangs out. It's called Nerdrotics. You know, they got this really small show. It's called Friday Night Tights. Just a lot of big guys on there. That's all. Also, speaking of Insta, I got a new one for Nina Infinity. So follow me on Insta. Jayne, tell everyone where they can find you.
You can find me here on YouTube, where I post movie and television reviews, occasionally some pop culture commentary. You can also find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at Jayne Theory.
Yay! Thank you so much for being here tonight, Jayne. And Jayne's links is in the description. I will put Az's in the description right after this. And I just put his link in the chat as well. So please do subscribe to his channel. Script Doctor, thank you so much for being here tonight, my friend. Tell everyone where they can find you.
Well, thank you so much for having me. You can find me on Twitter at ScriptDoctorPhD. I also have a YouTube channel where I break down and analyze story and structure of various TV shows and films, so you can go check that out. Content is a little slow as I'm currently busy writing actual movies for Hollywood right now, which will probably never be seen because they're not in the agenda, but what have you. But outside of that, just give me a follow there if you're so inclined, and I'd be happy to do what I can to entertain you.
There's a good one. What if question? What if Az's manager is a woman?
There are they, them.
Respect the pronouns.
Like Ezra Miller. Oh God. All right. Again, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. Join us again next week on Sunday when we review What If Episode 3. Take care, everybody. Bye. Let me find okay, there we go.
It's time for a change. A new plan needs a new boss. It's time for something more surprising, more British, more Jaguar.
We've already created a beast. Now it's time for a new animal. With the same potent DNA, but even more ruthlessly efficient.
Unleash the cats.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right away.
Go on, my pretty ones, go on. Go on. Go forth and rule the roads! Oh yes, it is good to be bad.